Welcome to the pilot seat, Family Jewels talk show. I gotta read with that. I don't know what to say. This is so weird. They usually have a script. Normally there's a teleprompter, and I'm like, there's no teleprompter here. Hey there. Welcome to the pilot seat, a Family Jewels talk show where we chat about your favorite decks with your favorite pilots. Today's episode will be about Sisay. Check us out. Today, we're chatting about Sisay, and today we also have 6 different Sisay pilots running 6 different Sisay styles. If anything, I'll have everyone introduce themselves. Let's start with Talaria East.
Oh, that's me, Tolaria East, Trent Corey here, owner of the business Tolaria East Inc., Vendor Incorporated. Here to kick ass with Sisay, doing the best we can, piloting as well as we can.
Awesome, awesome. And next we have Twister.
Howdy, I'm Twister. I just play the best deck. Nothing really else to say about it.
All
Damn
right.
straight.
And next we have Jared.
Hi, my name's Jared Ader. Online screen name is Blackfeltall, and I try to solve the puzzle we've tried to make Sisay the best, and there's never an end to it.
Hell
Love
yeah.
that. Awesome. All right. Next we have Matt M.
Hi, I'm Matt. Similar to all these guys, just play Sisay. I don't know. I don't brew as much as I just play the deck to the highest degree.
All right. Next we have Capta.
It's Captain Bill, 47 online, but Bill Waxman. I am the purveyor, I suppose, of all pods on deck. This is a birthing pod deck.
Awesome, awesome. And then last but not least, we have Gold Ninja.
Hey, I'm Gold Ninja. I frequently get called Elk because I'm the Sisay companion guy in the database. Apparently I'm not playing companion though. Oops.
Ooh.
Oh,
Shame.
I feel like there's only 3 other companion people besides like me, you, and Volves, right?
It might just be the 3 of us if we're being honest.
There's one more out there that plays a Stacks version, to be fair.
Wait, a Stacks companion?
Yes.
Huh.
I mean,
Oh,
most
I
of the
love
stacks can
that.
fit within that. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
We can talk about that at the end, if you'd like. But there is a
Yeah.
guy out there who plays a really good Stacks version in the Midwest.
Ooh, well,
I
Hell yeah.
also have a lot of experience playing stacks with companion, so we can talk about that. I love that.
sure.
I'm
Feel
terrified.
free
Absolutely
to drop
terrified.
in that Stacks list too if we want to switch off and chat about that too, all right?
I
But
don't have the
yeah.
list, so I'm
Just to
sorry.
start things off, what about Sisay do you guys love? What about Sisay is so good? And I know, Twister, you were talking about this earlier. If you wanted to chat about that.
Yeah, bar none, the best thing you can do in Magic is choose which cards go into your hand, and even better, go directly to the battlefield and are permanents that you can use the abilities of. And Sisay's ability is something that is not hampered by haste or really even colors that you have access to with our favorite pot. But really just putting any permanent from your deck into play and then being able to win the game just straight from those activations is the most powerful ability you can have, and why Sisay is genuinely the best commander.
Hmm.
Hell yeah. Well said. Well said.
Yeah.
Nothing better than saying, "Oh, you don't have an opposition agent. I'm just gonna put what I want right into field." So, sorry, everyone else.
Yeah. Oh, you casted it? I will spin again.
There is a reason
Sorry.
Kinnan and Sisay are the best decks. We
Yeah.
take things from our deck and we put them on the battlefield.
Exactly. Well, it's funny that you say that, Twister, because of the style that you play, which is Chowder. What
Mhm.
legendaries are you planning to put on anyway, since Chowder is not necessarily your traditional Sisay style?
Yeah, for sure. There's like 3 different versions of Chowder at this point. Some of them do put Derevi into play and chain like a normal traditional list. I want to play a style that plays the strongest things in cEDH in Necropotence and Ad Nauseam, where I can leverage turn 2 wins just like every other fast deck in the format, but have a pivot to silence them with Teferi Time Raveler, and then put my own like Necropotence at home and Necrodominance in the field and draw 35 cards. And since my deck is constructed in a way to win with 35 cards in my hand in the end step, I will also do it with that permanent
Why
too.
only 35? Why not the full 39?
Well, 39 is a little bit risky because we can talk about
It
it
definitely
in
is. It
another way,
definitely is.
right? Because Necrodominance does say a lot worse words than Necropotence
It does.
does.
Yeah, yeah.
So I need a little bit more life sometimes to make those conversions happen. But yeah.
Sure. Well, since we're already on the topic of soup, should we stay on soup or should we transition to traditional
No,
curry?
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Launch it with twisters.
Let's do
Let's yell at
soup.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, yell
All
at me.
right.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Good luck.
So I'm sure you've been asked this 1,000 times. Why is it called soup?
Yeah, so most people refer to it as clam chowder. That's because the variant was adopted by Turtle Pod and some other cohorts in Boston area where the famous soup there is clam chowder, right? The soup decks have been around for a long time in cEDH and every other kind of format where you just play a good stuff variant of a deck. So you're playing just a soup of cards. That's where I'm going to. I'm not from Boston, so it's just soup to me. It's also a little bit more, people can see that list online and know, okay, it's just a soup deck, but Sisay's at the helm.
Yeah, absolutely. I know in a previous conversation we had, you said the deck is solved. What does that actually mean by solved? And when there are new cards coming into every 2, 3 months, does that actually add to that solved equation, or is it officially just solved now because there's so many good cards that aren't outranked now?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that like every 100 cards of Clam Chowder is what it should be, right? Like there's probably 10 card difference at maximum for like turbo variants of Sisay, depending on how much you want to lean into a mid-range pivot, being, as solid as you want it to be, or just going as fast as possible and not really worrying about being able to go to the mid-range afterward. That said, I always view Sisay as like 110, 115 card deck, where you do switch in things based off of pilot preference, and that preference window gets way smaller the more good cards you slam into the deck.
That makes a lot of sense. I
As
see
opposed to
that
like traditional, where you have like 20 cards that are going to be different between like almost any list. I'm sure like today when we see the traditional list between Trent, Matt, and Elk, they're
Oh yeah,
like
I was
20,
just thinking
25
that.
card difference.
Especially for Jared too.
And then
My man's
Jared's
the
in
fiddle
a different
bender.
world,
I,
right?
I'm totally different. So
Yeah,
it's
Jared has
kind of
his
hard.
own archetype at this point, I think.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I see that you play ska is our Stormkiln artist for those in the card listening.
Mhm.
Why are you playing ska? How has it enabled you to win, or has it been a hamper every time you draw into it?
Yeah, I think Ska to me is an uncounterable Smothering Tithe in the deck, where Smothering Tithe is a passive engine that requires other people to draw cards to activate it, where this is an active engine. And that is more so the philosophy behind a Turbo Chowder variant, where you want to be taking action in the game instead of being reactive to the game. And it's really broken to make perfect mana from an engine when your
Hmm.
commander says put Wooburg into it and find what you need.
Very cool. Absolutely. Um, when it comes to the three styles, I know you mentioned hybrid, I know you mentioned turbo, and
Mhm.
then there's a more mid-range style. What would you describe your style as?
I would say it's closer to Turbo, but definitely has more of a reservation for the mid-range pivot. I'm not playing things like Culling Ritual or Wheels or even Summoner's Pact and Manamorphose and these kinds of things that are very necro-pilled.
Hmm.
So I'd like to have a lot of interaction in my deck. That way, if I need to be able to protect my push, I can. Or if I get into a game where someone has resolved a Ristic Study before I push, I can actually fight them.
Got you. You've run
So
a
it's
lot of
not just slop. It's not just slop under Sisay.
Absolutely not. No. No.
We're
I'm happy to play into slot games, though. If someone wants to let me
oh
sit
yeah.
behind a Ristic and then activate for 3 fairy and they think they can stop me, good luck, bud.
To that guy specifically.
Yeah,
That's a meme at this point.
for real.
How often have you actually used Sisay to search up a Necrodom to put a win on the stack?
Yeah, so most of my wins in the deck are just haha, I landed Necro or Nas on turn two or turn one.
Mhm.
Because obviously if you high roll a game, you're more likely to win than if you
True.
don't high roll.
True. Make them have
So
it. Make them have it, baby.
exactly. The mid-range games that I do get into don't always require me to search Necro Dominance, but it is very nice for any game where I land a turn one Tithe or a turn two Tithe, where I can rely on having a quick chain into like a Ragavan, into a Kinnan to vary Necro Dominance. The Kinnan is just there because Necrodominance lines are a little bit tight, especially when it comes to mana, because of the particular kinds of cards you need to find to make those lines work. But I don't normally ever need to find Necrodominance if I'm sitting behind a Rhystic. Sorry, my
Mhm.
dog is barking in the background and you can hear it.
Oh, you're
No
fine. No
bark.
worries.
No bark.
Okay, cool. But yeah, where I was going with that is I don't think many times I have to tutor for it. I would say it's like 1 out of 10 games.
Reb and Pyro. Good lord.
I'm
Yeah,
playing,
you have
so
a
I'm
lot of
playing,
interaction. It's
Oh, wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
Holy.
yeah, I mean they're castable off of Simian Spirit Guides, and they're
Sure.
also incredibly powerful with Ska in play, which is a
Mm.
big thing I want to move towards whenever I land a Rhystic early. I would rather resolve a Ska in most of those games than a Tithe, mainly because of the worry that the world will give me if I try to put a Tithe on the stack and already have a Rhystic in play just because I have Sisay in the command zone,
True.
regardless if
Mm.
they know what version of the deck I'm playing. If I put a Ska on the stack, they're going to think I'm being weird for playing that card for one in Sisay. But then when I cast a Flusterstorm in a stack battle, they understand.
Ooh, I mean, that's going to be like, another 10 treasures and
Yeah.
just go off because then you just can search or just win.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Every one mana interaction piece is free with Ska in play. It's just quality to have those pieces whenever you're trying to protect your turbo game plan as well.
I think in the same slots, because I was talking to TurtlePod about this, about my own turbo list, that we're playing Ashling. I don't know if
Mhm.
he's still playing Ashling. I don't know if it's still hot as fuck to be playing Ashling,
Sure.
but it's been surprisingly solid. I have a lot of Rock Thrust and Kinnan in my meta, so being able to, crank that second, burn everybody, and,
Hmm.
watch everyone's entire situation crumble. But
Yeah.
I do kind of like the idea more of you getting your mana back, especially with like a Flusterstorm or Brain Freeze. Like, listen, you're playing it
Yeah.
for a reason, right? Like, card's
Yeah.
good. Oh
Yeah. I
yeah,
think
there
if
she
you
is. That's the girl, dude.
And I
So
have a
good.
less responsible list that I give to people when they are on the fence between like a Nick Fury or a Sisay. And
Oh, true. We have to be
are
worried about Nick Fury now.
yeah,
Mhm.
folks are, sometimes think that other five color commanders are better than Sisay doing this plan, and they're wrong about them
Listen
being
up,
better.
folks. Listen up.
The only one that competes on a real axis is Scion of the Ur Dragon, but that's not the
Such
topic
a
You
of
know,
fun
this.
deck.
oh my God.
It's
So
not
I've
the
been
topic
rolling
of
my
crazy.
this.
eyes.
Oh
No,
my
I've been rolling my
gosh.
eyes about that deck, but my buddy just slammed it into top four a week ago, and I was like, what the F? What is this deck even doing? What is going on?
Yeah,
It's crazy. It's just
Okay.
swing. Oh, let's
It
make
really
a
is.
D20 of treasures.
yeah,
Let's draw a shit ton of cards.
yeah.
Let's demonic
Why
tutor.
not?
But they
So
don't
Sorry
do
for
that
crazy.
anymore.
derailing
Love
this
that deck.
already. I
Oh
knew I
my
would.
god.
They don't do that
Yeah.
anymore. It's now Prismari, where you can have
True,
silence
true.
with a stack or with Storm of Six. So like that's
Yeah.
that's how we're thinking
Listen,
now.
let's not glaze the dragon homies too hard just yet. We're here about the crew first, not
Yeah.
about the
Exactly.
brood.
Respect what they get, and then we can move on. That so we
Yes,
can
For
true,
sure.
true, absolutely.
and we don't
On
want to
the
be
n- on the next family, Jules, Dragon Talk.
Oh no,
Ooh,
no, no.
actually,
Wait, wait, wait,
yo,
wait,
let's make that
wait.
happen, Bill. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
You get
Oh my gosh.
those
Wait, so
pilots
are
in
we
here for
doing
sure.
dragons in Sisay now? No, I'm just kidding.
No,
Don't-
absolutely not.
I like you, Jules. I'll do it. I'll be the
If
guy to do it. I'll end
if
it.
I can find a way to put Prismari in my Sisay deck, I might do it, but I haven't found a way yet. I love
It's
that
so
card.
crazy.
It's actually a drug.
Chromatic Orrery if you can play Prismari. So we would
Well, you can't play Chromatic Orrery. That's the problem.
exactly.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, there might
At
be
least not
some
in soup.
folks in the Discord who think you can, but
Listen.
Ashling is a phenomenal card, though. There's an argument that you could run both that and Ska in your deck
100%.
if you
100%.
want to be like very aggressive. But when you see a 4 mana red card in your opening hand, you usually
It's a
throw it
little
away.
scary. And it's not treason Ogre, as Sad Boy loves to tell us.
Yeah,
Treasonous
there-
Ogre.
there will
so,
be-
so good.
Who
Yeah.
plays Treasonous Ogre and Sisay? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
All right.
Yeah.
Sidebar, quick sidebar. So Sad Boy comes up to me one day. He's like, "Yo, I'm gonna put Treasonous Ogre in my oath build," and I'm like, "You're out of your fucking mind. What are you doing? You're crazy." And he's about to go to a tournament. This is 10 minutes before his tournament, and I'm like, "Dude, cut that shit. You're gonna get roasted." Blah blah blah. It won him most of the games, if not the entire tournament.
So
I'm pretty
good.
sure he won that tournament off
Mhm.
the back of Troger for a few of those games, and he was like, "There's no reason that should have worked. I'm never doing that again."
I think that-
Rebel ran Troger back in the day in her like what was it, kind of a clam
Yes.
companion deck. Yeah, she ran that a lot and used it to power out Gigantha and all that.
Well, I think it
was-
makes sense for Jeggy,
Yeah.
right? Because you only need so much mana to just blast it out and win. But like,
1000%.
If it
yeah,
was literally-
classic chains list is just that's crazy.
if it costs 3 instead of 4, I'd fucking run it.
Goddamn
Well,
right.
Yeah.
I think it's more the strength for Troger is more taking advantage of Soul Cauldron because of
100%.
the
Yep.
wash.
Yep.
So like yes, Troger
We love our big soup.
costs for the wins, but you're leaning on Agatha Soul Cauldron, which everybody plays.
Yeah.
So like
Well,
it's
There
chicken
are
or egg.
some people who try to play soup without Soul Cauldron, and I
Banned
just
from the
mu-
Discord.
I must say,
Banned.
Bad
Banned.
must say you should be banned from every single place that talks about Sisay if you don't play this card.
The soup is sacred. I don't care what flavor you're
Yeah.
making. The soup is sacred.
Well,
The
it's
Soul Cauldron.
the pot that
Right.
we cook all the soup in, regardless of what flavor it is.
Goddamn right.
Every single line on this card, it makes Sisay phenomenal. It is phenomenal for Sisay, and everyone picks up the card and says, "It doesn't say that." Every single time I play this card,
It says that. It says that.
I was like, they're like,
Four
I'm like,
paragraphs.
nope, you've got to read it. It
Yeah.
says it on like the 6th line.
What's great is there's not even a single version of Sisay that can't run that card in some respect.
Correct,
It is
correct.
Correct.
It is the secret
Yes.
commander of every Sisay deck, and absolutely broken because your, Crick player and your locals will play Buried Alive into it and give you Scourge Familiar and Asmodeus, and they will lose.
It's the best card.
Yeah.
Y'all got Crick players?
Yeah, I've seen them. They're
Not
on
anymore.
wow.
Awesome.
Ours moved away.
Oh my god, that's so
Soul
funny.
Cauldron is the best card that for Sisay. Like Tyvar kind of united a lot of different builds or whatnot.
Sure,
Soul
yeah.
Cauldron
Like
did
3
better-
fairy probably
better
goes into
in-
most. Yeah.
So like
But
it's,
Cauldron,
in the 3-4 years that it's been going on, is the best card for Sisay, hands down. There's
Goddamn
no
right.
question.
Cauldroning
Goddamn right.
someone else's Kiki, it gets me high. I'm not gonna lie. Like
You
you,
have-
don't want to do a lot of other
Oh my
podcasts,
God.
but when you do, oh my god, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I've won games by Agathazing people's Troger and being like, well, now I have a Treasonous Ogre. Anyway,
That's my
Now-
Troger
now,
you're
now
stealing,
it's my
basically.
turn.
Yeah. Yeah, I've hit VVs out of people's yards.
yeah.
Yeah, it's done some crazy things. Many people will crack a Ranger Captain and think that they're safe with the ability on the stack. You
Yep,
eat it
best
with your
use.
Agatha
One of
Soul
the best
Cauldron,
uses. Yep.
and then you crack on top and you win on top. It's
Oh.
just insanely broken card. If you cut it from your deck, you just should be playing a different commander.
you should
Right.
probably.
You are a
read the-
silly willy, to say it lightly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with this list, we're gonna play a quick game with everybody at the
Wait,
end of.
wait. I have
we
one
chat.
question.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Why are we on Forbidden Orchard? I saw it as we scrolled through.
I
it.
will shoot a man that's on Forbidden Orchard.
Forbidden
Who's doing
Orchard.
it?
All right,
Who's
let's talk
doing
about
it?
it.
It's perfect
Forbidden
mana.
Orchard is great. Yeah, what are you talking about?
No, we're
Yeah,
not
you
that
should-
Yes.
hungry.
Yeah.
I
don't have
used
to
to
be.
be on
Listen,
it. It
here's
just
the
feels so
thing.
bad to give my opponents resources.
I mean,
Matt,
that
the
every
difference
time,
between
every time.
your list and my list is I'm winning on turn 2 and you're not.
You're so right. I'm
So,
trying
it
to
doesn't-
prevent you from winning on turn 2.
Exactly.
That's
It
not,
doesn't
that's not even him
matter.
shit talking. That's a good point though. He like
It's just
who cares
true.
about their 1/1? You're
Exactly.
you're winning before it matters.
No one's gonna
Alright,
hit me with
alright.
their 1/1s. They're not gonna sack their
You-
1/1s
You
because they're
also
gonna
have
die.
3 triple black spells in your deck with the Beseech the Mirror. Like that.
I am
All right,
primarily
all right.
trying to resolve a Necropotence and an Ad Nauseam, and I need perfect mana to do those things.
Point contended. Point contended.
Thank you. Put the gun away, Mr. New York man.
No.
Oh my god.
Listen, if you don't have a slice of pizza and your Glock 9 on your counter, man, what are you doing? You're not
Yeah.
Yorking. You're not Yorking right. I'm just saying.
Is it like,
No,
am
that's
I
fair,
keeping
that's
this
fair.
this hand?
I don't. think
Yeah, that's a keepable hand.
This is
Do
This is
we
a-
keep this hand?
Don't kill me here.
No.
this is a keep on like.
wait,
a-
draw two.
This is
Let's
a
see.
keep on a 4, but
Hold on,
not
draw
on a
2 on that.
7.
Let's see.
Nope.
Oh, that's a good keep.
Oh,
We're not keeping.
Ooh. I mean,
No.
would you sack the Esper?
No, this is a keep on a 4 because I put away like the Kinnan and the everything. I'm keeping the Forbidden Orchard, Esper Sentinel, Mindbreak Trap, and Force of Will, and that's the hand I keep
Yeah,
in that
yeah.
pod. If it's a 4, but if it's a 7, I go to second.
Yeah, you absolutely
Go
shuffle
to
this. Yeah.
second?
All
right.
memes aside, you definitely
Yes.
Second 7.
This
Goal.
is a turn to
Goal.
Tithe.
That's
but
amazing.
It's a turn to Tithe, but I think I can do better. Like sitting on a Tithe with no legends that pump Sisay is kind of rough in this deck because I don't really want to sit and wait to activate on turn 3, maybe.
And then you just get Grand. You win.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I don't play Grand and Soup.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question on this. Where,
Sure.
at what point, since you want to throw this away at 7, at what
Mhm.
point do you actually want to consider keeping this? Like a 6 or a 5? Like
I
where
would keep
does
it at
the
a 5.
conversation change for you?
I would keep it at
definitely
a
keep this
5
at a
because
5, yeah.
at a 5 it's exactly a turn 2 Tithe with a Pyroblast I can hold up on the second rotation.
Fair
Hmm.
enough.
Right. But it doesn't that hand has a breach in it, but it has nothing to support a breach. It has nothing to support the Tithe plan. And I have like 4 more mulligans before I really need to keep something because Land Dark Rit Necro is pretty good.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I've heard that's not bad. I've heard that's not bad.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go on to the next list. if That's all right.
Mhm.
All right. Our next list will be with
Yeah,
Matt Emflex.
sushi.
Yes.
Yes.
Sushi.
Sisay finding what she needs. All right, Matt. Why are you on Ashiok? That is so
It's-
crazy, but I love it.
It's just the best stacks piece that exists. It's better than Oppo because it doesn't get cloned, and the downtick saying "Nah, fuck your breach pile" is just amazing.
Counterpoint.
Rogside, I would love for you to mill 4 cards and then exile your graveyard.
So
Clever
funny.
Impersonator is a common card in the format these days.
Flash photography.
Sure.
Gotta hit him with one of those.
These are pretty scary
If
things.
you're cloning my Ashiok, the game is in such a fucked state.
That's true. That is true.
In what scenarios do you find yourself putting Ashiok into play, whether from hand or with a tutor?
Yeah, like how
Oh.
long do you think like does the game go on to where you can effectively deploy it without it being like I don't know, not effective, right?
I've kept hands where I go turn 2 Ashiok and won the game, but like being able to hold up a spin for 3 doesn't guarantee winning the game on my next turn if I don't have like a Rainbow Dark on the field. Like
Sure.
if I have to hold up my spin for 3 as interaction, Ashiok is just the best piece of interaction on a spin for 3.
Sure.
Like
That's right.
saying
That's right.
all of
Yeah,
your
and if you
tools
don't need it, you
go
just
to
find
the game.
Sobala and win, right? So.
Precisely.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Like Ashiok is never what I want to find, but if I have to find it, it is.
You're
the
not
best.
upset about it. You're not losing your gourd over it.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
It's still 2 colors, which is extra nice
Exactly.
in that regard.
And
Absolutely.
it coming in at 5, like what deck is going to be able to kill it in one rotation? If I have to do Crom hits before.
Crom.
Literally just Crom.
One Crom swing.
Well, if you minus it, it's a 4, but you probably aren't minusing it if you're playing into TNK that could cast or put 5 mana
Like,
into
if
play,
that's-
right?
if that's the
Exactly,
game plan, Ashiok is going to sit here and downtick if needed, but
Mhm.
She's
When-
gonna look damn pretty doing it.
yeah.
When are we playing Dark Ritual to go turn 1 Ashiok?
Yeah,
Never.
where's the Dark
Are you
Rit
playing Dark
sushi?
Rit?
No. Dark Rit-
Show us the Dark Rit.
I think I have like 4 black cards in my entire deck.
We got
D-Tutor,
DT, we got Tyvar, we got
Deadpool.
Deadpool. Who's the 4th?
Ashiok.
Ashiok.
Oh,
OBM,
Oh,
Lotho,
yeah.
that's
OBM,
5.
Lotho.
5.
Sisay players can't
Sure.
count, Trent.
Oh, 6.
Death Right's
6
black.
with the Death
Blue
Right.
Thunder.
You know what?
Dark Rit into Death Right. Get ready.
So good. Oh my
Dark
god.
Rit
I-
into Death Right.
Sisay players like all they need to do to count to 5. I don't do that. I do 3 + 2 and then add them together, and then we get.
Ah.
That's true. I watched it on stream.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
I did. I think I said that on stream.
Oh my gosh. So I know you say that you're not playing a stacks version of this deck, but I still see stacks pieces. Why would you consider your version not a stacks deck, Matt?
Because like stacks is like plan F. If we're
But I see a
stacksing,
Spider
like,
Woman.
Spider Woman is just good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
feel
it's
like
it's
a handful of
asymmetric
good.
though.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
handful of good stacks pieces are just good silver bullets. I still wouldn't
exactly.
consider that a stacks deck.
For
He's just
Sure.
it's like counter spells attached to legendaries, pretty much. Like
Yeah.
what's gonna hamper someone else
Yep.
doing their own thing?
My whole philosophy with the deck is make it to turn 4 and I'm probably winning. And if I
Good
and if
mindset,
I
good
can
mindset.
like turn 1 a Spider Woman, I'm probably making it to turn 4.
Yeah,
Like,
that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I remember that there was a tournament we were both at, and you were like, I need to Chrome Mox away this Derevi for this Spider Woman because
yeah,
there's a row in the pod or something. And I was
yeah,
like, that makes a
like
lot of sense.
yeah, Derevi going under a Chrome Mox. Don't get me wrong, it's like the best card for the colors, but like,
My word, that hurt my brain to hear.
you know, sometimes it's just
Goodbye,
the best thing
bird.
to do.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
Damn straight, damn
Yeah,
straight. You gotta bury the bird to win.
yeah.
Who's
Ral is
worried about
just
losing Derevi when you've got a Deceiver in your deck? I'm just saying.
sure.
He's got it. He's got it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even need a Derevi. I have Irith and Marvin. That does the same thing.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
When it comes to Deafening Silence, how has that been for you? Is it a card
Oh,
that's more of a flex slot, or is it something that you want to keep in there because it's been so successful?
it feels amazing. In the main event this past weekend for the Summer Classic 3, I was in a pod with like a TNT, a Ral, and then Stocko on Blue Farm. I mulled a 2, keep Savannah Deafening Silence. And I see turn 5 because of the Deafening Silence.
Oh
I
my
don't
gosh.
win,
I
but I
was gonna
get
say,
to
did
see
you win
turn
that
5.
game? The more important
No.
stat. Okay,
No,
okay,
no.
okay.
Stocko wheeled and then got exactly what he needed for Breach Pile.
Oh, trust
That
me,
makes
that's
sense.
exactly
That's a
sounds
fact.
like what Stacko does,
Something
bro.
something that Sad Boy has said to me a few times, and we've talked about it in his thread as well, where it's like the guy playing stacks, yeah, you're gonna hinder the game. You're probably not winning.
Yeah,
You
like
could probably slow down the game enough to get some good value, but that deafening silence isn't winning you the game. It's just making sure you don't lose, which isn't necessarily the
yeah,
same thing.
like that's like what Sisay. That's what my version of Sisay wants to do. It wants to
For sure, for
not
sure.
lose until I'm winning,
Of
and
course, of course.
yeah,
Mhm.
like
So, on an older build, I also remembered you were
wow.
on Drana and Linvala, but I saw that you took that out. Why did you take
Yeah.
that out?
I'm so
Uh,
proud of you for cutting that. I'm so
I
proud of you.
had to.
I
No, no,
worked
no, no,
really
no, no.
hard, man.
I had good reason to run Drennan and Vala. I cut it because I had to start thinking about national meta and not Minnesota meta. But I
Yeah.
played it in Minnesota because of how often I have to play against Rogthras, specifically Zeke.
Yep, that's
That's
true.
fair.
It's
That's pretty
just
fair.
like I need Rogthras to slow the fuck down. And Drennan and Vala is the thing to say
But
slow down.
that's like one of like the premier clone decks though, right? Like someone just gets a Fimage out and you're like, all
Right.
right, we're all gonna sit
Mm.
here with guns in hands.
Why do
Someone
you
pass
think
me
I
the crackers.
I'm also on 3 clones in my deck. Like, okay, now I have 2 Dranas. We're gonna sit here and we're gonna have a good time.
I don't like this anymore. I need
Oh my
I need a parent.
Mm.
Uh, so what would you say decks you run into at tournaments would be a trouble for you? Or sorry, let me
Uh,
rephrase that.
like
Yeah.
all of the decks that are trying to win on turn 1 and turn 2, like Rogsai and Ral are my greatest enemies. Just
Mhm.
like TNT is my best friend. I love a TNT that says, I'm going to sit here and I also want to get to turn 4. And I go, I love that for you. That's why I won my top 16 game this past weekend, because the TNT sat down and said, I'm a deck that says don't lose. And I go, awesome. Great.
Samesies.
Yes.
Exactly. All right.
You don't lose, I progress my game better.
Love it.
All right. Any questions for Matt on his deck or his specific
No,
build?
respectfully, it looks like a very standard, good old fashioned Sisay.
I do have
Yeah.
one question.
Yeah.
Hit him.
Yeah.
Break his legs.
What's the reason to still play Sakashima in the deck with the Yorith IO plan?
I don't know if there is a reason. I just like Sakashima has just been such a value card like cloning a Deadpool from my library is just so hot when people are like, there's Deadpool. And I'm like, anyways, here's a second Deadpool.
A second
Like,
Deadpool has hit the tower, ladies and
exactly.
gentlemen.
Like, if the game is going longer and I'm allowed to sit, like, here's a second copy of my best engine, like, here's a second Derevi, or so on and so forth. Also, if you're like in like the worst case scenario, I've lost a lot of I've lost a lot of pieces out of my deck. Irith Marvin Sakashima goes infinite with a land instead of a legendary dork.
Sure.
That is true.
True. Fair enough.
And Mount Doom going and whatnot.
Yeah, and then Mount Doom and then whatnot. Exactly.
Yeah, that last part about it going infinite with a land is like, I guess, the only piece that keeps it still together for me, outside of it being just like a great value piece, I guess, in your meta where you're getting
like,
to see a lot of
probably
turn
like,
fours.
Exactly. It probably is like a
So-
not bad like value piece, but like he's
For
right.
sure.
Where like it's a little skeptical, but
Yeah.
that certainly makes sense. That certainly makes sense.
I mean,
Yeah.
listen, man, I've cloned an Adeline with that thing before,
and
and then
Okay.
played a Cradle the next turn. I get it. It can be.
He
it
says
can
math and mana.
Yeah.
do some things, but I just don't know if it's like necessarily needed in the modern
Sure.
Like,
day.
Well, I'm not sure if I cut it or not. I got to recheck, but I remember playing it over like Sun Fairy because in most cases when you need that extra body, I liked it more to have a utility
Mhm.
clone to grab anything else
Yeah.
versus Sun Fairy's only good to just extend the mana. I don't think either are bad cards in their own right, but like
Yeah.
the same mindset of if I want to keep chaining up, I like Sakashima more versus Teferi because it allows flash enabling.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've seen a lot of comparisons to like it between Flash Thompson, but
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Sakashima being there as the extra body as well, like, makes the Derevi Cradle lines easier.
For sure.
Like,
For sure.
Mhm.
Tutor, I now have 3 versions of Derevi that I can tutor before having to find my Emil to then say, well, now I have 2 activations instead of just 1. So now
Mhm.
it's just that little bit harder to interact with me.
Hell yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, that was a good piece back when we had like the red shift and the fanatic lines and stuff like that. Same thing. You get those double taps and you're good to
Yep.
go.
What's wrong with this Worldly Tutor? Why is there
There's
play ball?
one in my
Don't
set.
play
Is it
Worldly
your
Tutor,
sideboard?
people. This is the warning. You're not supposed to be playing Worldly
You
Tutor
know,
anymore.
I
That's what
agree.
it should be.
You're not supposed to play Worldly Tutor. I think it got way better since Shang-Chi got here. Like,
I'm actually playing Green Sun Zenith because of Shang-Chi. I think being
Green
able
Sun
to
Zenith. I should
Yeah,
play that.
we can
Sisay
get into
Jeggy.
it. We can get into it. We can get into it.
Oh my god, that's
I
genius.
saw all the eyebrows go up.
I hate
Oh my
sorceries.
god, because I can treat this
hate
ogre that thing in
sorceries.
that.
Yeah, baby. It's been good. It's been good.
Sorceries
It's
just
just-
feels so dog shit.
Just
like,
play Summoner's
can-
Pact, guys.
It can. Ooh, Summoner's Pact has been sick.
Dude, I
I've done
love
some mild
Summoner's Pact.
testing with
I've been
Summoner's
up
Pact.
that.
It's been definitely not bad.
Yeah. Well, all right. Let's do keep 7. Matt, do we keep the 7? Yes or no?
Oh, we already looked at this one. Yes, this is
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do we keep this
Yeah.
hand? Let's say this is your
Absolutely.
first 7.
Yes.
Ah!
What?
Well, well,
Yes.
maybe. Wait a
Ah!
second.
I don't know.
That
It's
feels
kind
pretty
of
bad.
sus.
It's a so like the
Let's
way
draw a
this
card
hand
for
plays
turn.
out is like
Draw a
land,
card
death
for
ray.
turn.
We have 2 Deathrite Shamans, guys. Why are we
Yeah.
not keeping
Yeah,
this?
So top
all right,
land,
all right.
top
It was
land.
keepable. It was
Okay,
always
top land.
keepable.
These are
So then
such
we
bad
have to-
heuristics. You're not supposed to look at the
Yeah.
next one when you decide a hand. Come on.
All
Yeah,
right.
no.
You're down to 6. Do you keep this, Matt?
Probably not. This hand's not
All
doing
right.
anything.
We are down to 5. Are you keeping this?
Yeah. Oh, that's
Uh,
hot.
Is it? Is it do? I mean, it depends
It's
on
the
Sealer,
Remora.
right?
You're certainly playing the Remora.
Yeah.
You're probably
I mean,
shipping the
it's
turtle
fine.
and the Mamber.
Let's say you draw 3 cards
Maybe?
because of the fish.
Sure.
Oh.
It did
Ooh.
not get
okay.
Awful.
Today we eat pants.
Yeah.
Well, I think this is
All right.
that was a hand where you cast the dork and then turn 2 you cast Remora, so you could
That-
take it
yeah,
longer.
that's,
Yeah.
That's how I would
safer.
have done it.
Yeah,
For sure.
depending on the pod too.
Equally, don't get me wrong. I have a bad habit of in tournament keeping 5 lands plus engine. I love hands. I win games with hands like that. Like,
Mhm.
I think the most impressive game I've ever won is 6 lands plus a carpet of flowers. That's all I had.
Work.
Land, carpet, and I won on turn 4 because
I
no
want to
one
have your meta, my guy. Good lord.
Let's
Dude,
see you draw
that-
4 cards.
Minnesota is like a safe haven for Sisay, I swear to God.
No, it's not. Everyone hates them.
Yeah.
Matt
Tell him how
tells
it is,
me
Twist. Tell him how it is.
Matt tells me, dude, every time I come to Wisconsin, I'm dying on turn 3, and in Minnesota, I get to
Yes.
see turn 4 all the time. Like, this is where I live, man.
Oh my god.
like you go like slightly east of Minnesota and everything speeds up
It's
by
all
like 2
turbo.
turns.
Mhm.
Like
all
Minnesota,
turbo.
South Dakota, Iowa, we're perfect. We are what Sisay wants to be in. But like even at the Summer Classic, I saw a turn 4 every single game.
You did?
Yeah. I saw
Wow,
turn 4
that's nice.
every game.
Well, you
Damn.
also
What a genuine honor.
I
did
died by
not
turn
win a
2
lot of games
Raul.
because I was missing cards from my deck, but in the redemption I did really well.
Yeah.
Judge, he's missing
No.
cards.
No, yeah, I don't know if you heard the whole like start first tournament, I was missing a Bloom Tender, a Ristic Study, my Mount Doom, a Fierce Guardianship.
Well,
These are some pretty important
Wait,
cards.
you were also missing your commander because
I
you
didn't have
borrowed
my
Sisay.
commander. I didn't have a meal. You know.
Well, he had
Like-
picked what his favorite first 7 hand was and set it aside and forgot to like put it next to the box.
It was in my other sweatshirt. I'm sorry, guys.
I won a game that day being funny because someone had a Wanchiton on the battlefield and I said 300 Sisay activations. Deck yourself.
Oh, it's
And then
what you talking about?
I mean-
Forced draw?
it is a force draw.
That's actually really funny. Oh my god.
But turns out my deck is pretty good when I have all the cards in it because I ended up winning the redemption.
Awesome.
God
That
damn.
is true. You did win the redemption and you won the event that I held for the
Yes,
foil
I won the
intuition.
LobbyCon
So
as well.
yeah. That was a good event. All right.
Yeah.
Next deck, we are looking at shenanigans and bumfuckery. A legendary tale. All right. So
Oh hell yeah! This is
Yeah,
gonna be a
Elk.
trip, boys.
Yeah,
This is
that's what
crazy.
we're naming
Okay.
decks these days.
This
There are
is-
children
it
who
sure
play
is.
this.
insane.
It's accurate.
Okay. So, like, what I see in the deck that's unique is we have Flash Thompson, we have Balloon Man, we have Mai, we have Pippin for protection, we have Village Bellbringer, but we also have Jeskai Ascendancy. What is going on here? Can you explain your build?
I want to know who hurt you.
Well, we're
Come
gonna
see
answer
the light.
that question real quick. I consistently have to play against the crit EDH guys.
Mm.
So I have had to change my build to be very enigmatic. I have to skill check a lot of the players by do you know the cards that I can tutor? And that's how we get to, oh, here's a Balloon Man. I'm gonna spend 3 mana on this creature. Oh, you're telling me no one has anything? Thanks.
Just guys Ascendancy.
Jeskai Ascendancy. I am not doing nearly as weird of the things that Twister and a couple other pilots are doing with it.
Mhm.
I'm using it just as a mana engine.
Okay.
My argument
Well,
is that that's all it should be, and then
Uh,
it's a card draw like magnifier after that.
Yeah, so
Sure. Like
speaking-
looting's always not a bad time.
Yeah.
Speaking on it as a mana engine, that's why there's the Enduring Vitality, the Essica. I'm playing a Cryptolith, right?
mm.
I've looked at playing everyone's favorite 2 mana human Catilda.
Oof. Oh no, Lavinia.
Catilda,
Just
my
as, like,
girl.
If
Oh,
I put enough
Catilda.
mana into my pool and we start resolving my tutors, I'm going to win the game.
Wait, I
and-
don't see Catilda in here.
Catilda is not in there currently, but has
Banned
been
from the
debated
stands.
so
Banned.
many times.
Talking about my girl, and she's not even here.
You see, there's a
Put her on the
4-drop that
bench.
probably should come out that should be my Catilda slot. I'm
Cut
just
Faber Elder.
It's not Faber Elder that would get
I
cut for
agree.
Catilda.
Fabero's not good enough anymore.
Fabero too slow.
There's an
That's
Urtai.
crazy.
in the deck.
Full disagree.
There sure is an Urtai in the
Full
deck right now.
disagree.
Let's talk
and-
about Fabero then. Why is it good? Why is it not good?
It doesn't
We-
make mana till turn 3. That's why it's bad.
It also is hindered by its own colors. And I know Bloom Tender does the same thing, but Bloom Tender is
Mhm.
2 mana. This guy is 3. That
Yeah.
genuinely, that 1 mana difference, we got Selvala, we got Ireth, we got Warren Soul Trader shenanigans, if that's your shtick. Like, we have just better options in the 3-drop slot. Fabro, I'm sorry, honey. That hasn't been it even before Dockside banned.
Oh my gosh.
3 mana creature, you say?
That's
Okay.
right.
There's a certain
That's
person
right.
in here that
Birthing
cares a lot
Sure.
more about the mana
It
value.
makes more than 1 mana? Okay. Can make 5 mana? Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
I-
know. I'm gonna get a judge.
I can't agree. Like, if you're playing Fabro, you should be on all of your fucky untaps like Flash Thompson and all of the things. Like,
For
you
sure,
want to
for sure,
abuse it as much as
Yeah.
possible if that's what you're
100%.
choosing to do. I also think Flash is a bad card, though.
It is
Well,
really relevant when you have a
it's-
Jeskai Ascendancy in your deck.
Flash
too.
is like fine. Flash. Oh, that's actually kind of fair.
Yeah, it gives you a bunch of off colors to make it where it taps for 4 every single non-creature spell you cast.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's I'm on all of the untappers because I'm on the Fate Burrow. I'm on like just how am I making mana? And this is like kind of my idea to deal with the slop meta that I deal with is just I'm going to try and outrace you on mana, and eventually you're gonna choke, and I won't.
Sure.
Noted. Elking does not like choking. Sorry, ladies.
That's not what I
He
said.
likes to choke.
oh. No, I think that's pretty fair. I got off Faber Elder a long time. Especially when I was like more on the Oath pill, where I would rather see Diata than Faber Elder. I'd rather see Bloom Tender than Faber Elder. I would rather see Selvala. There was just so many other things I would rather have seen besides specifically Faber Elder. And when we were Dockside pilled, every game was find the fucking Dockside. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yep.
Faber became very underneated very quickly, but like. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe I'm wrong, but I'm happy to bend.
I
Happy
think
to
you
bend.
are.
The main goal of this deck is, like I've said, it is I am going to make 1 billion mana somehow, and that's why I'm on the density of all of it. And
Mhm.
Faber Elder is better than the Catilda right now, which is why it's Faber Elder.
Ha ha! Faber Elder better than Catilda.
Write that down. Write that down.
That's true. There's it
but-
makes a mana by itself and doesn't rely on you having humans in play that only tap with the colors
Yeah.
they are.
On the actual
Catilda
real note,
also
yes,
dies to
absolutely.
Bowmaster.
No.
Exactly.
OBM, no.
Faber Elder lives the OBM ETB.
That is true.
Bloom Tender and Catilda do not.
You know what does? Agatha Soul Cauldron. Anyways, eat the Bloom Tender.
Absolute cauldron.
It always comes back to Agatha. It was Agatha all along.
It was Agatha all along.
It was
Yes.
Agatha. Well done. Good softball.
How's no one named a deck that?
I
also
think
why
it was
are
my
you
Okay,
on
all right. I'm ready. I'm
Myra
ready to start
now?
cursing out Elk. I'm ready. I've gotten to the point. Why are you playing my? I'm gonna give you a hard spanking, young man. Why is he there? Why
Ew.
Why is she there?
I started this, so you can yell at me too, I guess.
Whisker, remember in our Milwaukee match, in our very first game, it was 3 Sisays, and one of the Sisays was like a home build, and the Mai was there, and it was the reason why you didn't, or why the Adnaz didn't go through, or the Necro.
I was in a Necro line and I went down to like 4, or I resculpted, and then the guy plays my next turn, and then I paid down my life to like push and needed to cast a tutor and a chain of vapor and a flash enabler to be able to get there. But it was like in a different order where I needed to cast flash enabler in Born Upon a Wind plus a tutor to find chain of vapor plus the chain of vapor, and I couldn't do all of it to win on top of the my triggers. So I had to offer a draw in that round 1 because of my exactly.
So the other reason, the other half of my meta that is not here's 7 Ristic studies is here's my turn 1 Ral, here's my turn 2 push.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure. That's fair. It's fair.
And I wanted a second hate bear piece to help deal with. I guess May is probably my third.
Sure. So
Most
why we're
look
also
for-
on Lavinia.
Yeah, Lavinia's pretty good. Are you playing Deafening Silence?
It's
Mhm.
Deafening
saw the
Silence,
Deafening
Lavinia,
Silence.
and then May
Yeah.
is the order that I would look for them,
Okay.
given the pods that I play against.
Yeah, naturally. I think that's actually pretty fair.
There's days I miss Lavinia. I'm not gonna lie.
She's back.
Lavinia just always makes windows for my opponents. That then prevents my other opponents from interacting with.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
The,
tricky.
the age-old double-edged sword.
Yes.
The
Like,
age-old.
I think if you want to play Lavinia, play Boromir instead.
Just so you
kills
can sack
itself.
it. Yeah.
That's cool.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And then
but
you can
then
Soul
we're
Cauldron
back
the
in.
Boromir too.
But then we're into the conversation of Lavinia's a 2-drop.
Yes.
Yeah,
Don't get me
of
wrong,
course.
It's the favor of Bloom Tender conversation.
Well, whatever.
Do it. Do it.
Lavinia is much better than Boromir in every different way. You just have to. It's a skill gap card, right? You have to know when to deploy it, how to deploy it. And if it's
you
safe
can't
to.
just turn to Lavinia and be like, "Whoopsie, pass."
It's just like
Yeah.
just like your like Dronalyn Balas or your Ashioks. If you deploy it in the wrong space and you get burned by it, that's a player issue, not a card issue.
100%.
I don't know. Is there a bad spot to have a Ashiok on the field?
I knew this motherfucker was gonna say it. I knew it. I was like, listen, guys. Ashiok's good at all times.
The better question is there a good time for Dranvala? No.
Let's consider your top 16 game where someone tutored before your turn for a tandem lookout, and you needed your other opponent to tutor for an answer to that player, but you deployed an Ashiok right before that turn. That would have been a terrible time for you to play Ashiok and would have given the game.
Yo, that's a tough push, but he's right. That's
There is a bad space to do it because sometimes people need a tutor for answers to help you.
Yeah, that's
fuck them. They can't tutor. Fuck the graveyards while we're at it.
Fuck it. I'll lose to a bad deck. I don't know.
Like in
I'll do it
90%
again.
of the time.
Yeah.
I would love if my opponents just never tutored.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's
Please-
keep it going.
please don't
if
tutor.
That's all right. We
Of course.
Sorry.
Okay.
Oh wait, did I?
Otherwise, looks pretty solid.
Yeah, normal list.
Elk, is there a specific thing
Oh,
in
no,
your
I
deck that
accidentally
you
clicked out of
want to
Elk
shout
there.
out that we haven't touched on?
Yeah.
Am I the first person to have Scepter in the list?
No.
No, Loki Scepter, that
Okay.
was in mine as well.
What do we need?
I
I
to
think
do?
everyone's on Loki.
Oh, I thought we were
Scepter.
talking about Isocron Scepter. I was like, everyone should be
no,
on Loki
no,
Scepter.
no.
I'm like,
ISO
Yeah.
Scepter is like, all right, hold on. We can talk about something sexy for a second.
I think I might be the only one who's not on it, right?
Wait, who's not on it?
I'm
I
Loki.
would imagine. Soup is
I mean, I'm
not,
on.
not
Turbo
what it
Soup.
wants
Oh
to be
yeah,
doing.
yeah. Oh yeah. We're not talking about Turbo. Yeah,
Yeah.
Turbo wouldn't play it.
Yep. I'm on it in the hybrid.
Oh
builds
no,
and
the
stuff.
chat. Don't show my wife the chat, please.
This will be a section that is edited out. I'm
Yeah, no,
sure.
we can edit this chunk out. I just want to do I just want to do the 7 real quickly.
Oh, the keeple.
Yeah, the
What's
keep.
keepable?
Of course.
Here we go. All right, so we're gonna try to
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
7 with this. All right. Keep 7. Is this something you want to keep? We have a mana confluence, a
Oh,
Mount
that's
Doom,
so close.
silence, deafening
I
silence.
Look
think-
at that. Favor is
that's-
making mana on turn 3.
I think this is very, very pod dependent.
That was too ready. That was too on the. I see the favor elder. I know the line. Holy shit!
All right, Elk.
This is really bad if I'm into a sloppier, like pod in my meta. But if I'm into the turbo half, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, if you got like a Ral and like a TNK or something or like a Rock Side, you probably keep this.
I'm
Just
keeping
slam that
this,
deafening
yeah.
silence
And
as fast as you can. Yeah.
it's turn 1 deafening silence into probably we have to hold up silence if someone looks like they want to push. It's very good too. They try to remove deafening silence. You're like, cool. Here's my silence effect.
Let's draw a card, sir. Let's see what they got.
Let's draw 1 card. We got Spider Woman. Oh yeah,
Okay,
that
cool.
feels pretty.
That's pretty
sexy.
sick, actually. That's
That's
pretty sick.
actually really good. But then
This changes that play pattern. I think
Yes,
it would be turn 1 deafening silence into the turn 2 Spider Woman.
100%.
I know that there's the mana dork there that everyone is like, but it needs. This is a not die man.
Nah, there's not going to be time for that dork if you die. So yeah, exactly.
second draw, you got it. Second draw, you would have been able to hardcast the spider.
There's 2 lands in the open.
Yeah,
There's
we
2 lands
automatically
already.
go.
Oh,
There's a
got
Mount
you.
Doom in there.
That means
Oh.
Faber Elder. Faber Elder's
Yeah,
on
drawing
time.
the land just means we get to cast the Favoro.
We
And
get
he gets to make men
3.
on 4.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
I
Alright.
think this is a very like pod dependent hand. Looking at it,
Yeah,
is
because there's
the
also a
easiest
world
way to
in
talk
which like
about it.
you turn
Yeah,
1 Deafening Silence and then don't need to go turn 2 Spider Woman and then just
True.
get to have Noble Higher
100%.
Up.
100%. Yeah.
And the good thing about drawing Plateau there on that second draw is that you get to deploy Noble Hierarch and hold Silence.
Yes.
That's
That
true.
is true. That's a good call. That's a good call.
Cool. All right, let's go on to the next deck. We are on Tudor Chains
Ooh.
Classic.
My turn to get yelled at. Yay.
All right. So,
Or you got things in
Uh,
the AC order. This is gonna mess
wait.
with me.
Chatterfang.
Sort by mana value.
Please.
Oh, sorry. Yes,
Please.
yes. I will sort. Let's do.
Yeah, that one.
Also,
There
look
we
at this
go.
light mode heathen.
Yeah, light. I've been dying. I can't see.
Should I
it.
do dark mode? There's a
Yes,
dark
for the love
Always
of
dark
Christ.
mode. Remember,
Bro,
kids at
no,
home,
I-
always dark
It's
mode.
I use Mossfield
2026.
in light mode.
You have
I
to
don't-
change it.
Year of
to-
our Lord, dark mode.
I'm so sorry, y'all.
If I could buy reams of paper and black, I would.
Hell yeah.
That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh. All right. What is unique about your specific build? I'm seeing
Jen Walters.
Chatterfang. I'm seeing Kambal. I'm seeing Warren Soul Trader. Why those 3 specific pieces in your traditional build?
So, for the sake of Warren Soul Trader versus what I've been trying to bounce between of like Iorith and Marvin, I think both combos are just as easy to pull off. I think you can tutor for Iorith Marvin easier, but Warren Soul Trader and Chatterfang can pop off sooner. So in my head, they're about the same like speed, right? Why I've been so hardy on Warren Soul Trader, Chatterfang, and Campbell lately, it's just it can win on the spot. Like Marvin and Iorith, I love them to death. I'm playing them in my oath list again, but I like the fact that I just put either of the 2 pieces into play next to each other and they can just win on the spot. Don't need haste. I still got to worry about interaction for the opponents. Obviously, that's always a thing. But instead of having to like, Iorith Marvin doesn't necessarily win by itself. You usually have to pivot it into another win line like Emil or if you're doing the oath stuff or what have you. I like Campbell as like an end step win with it.
Campbell.
Because like now, yeah, where is he? Put him up. Yeah, whenever 1 or more tokens enter, drain. And not for nothing, that first ability hasn't been 0 either. The amount of times I have gotten an Natali clone, I have gotten treasures, I've gotten anything that gets made. And listen, if you want to kill my Campbell, right here, buddy, you did it. You swords to plowshares, my Campbell. Right here, homie. But like I promise you, I'm gonna have scarier things to play if that's what you want to do. Regardless, the end all be all of it is that it wins together on the spot. Yes, harder to find with Warren Soul Trader and Chatterfang. At least Chatterfang you can tutor for, but Warren Soul Trader being the hardest, also the best part of the combo. Extending your creatures into mana, like okay, you tap a dork for something, sack them, get another mana. That's not nothing. That's not nothing.
Oh,
Can we
Down
see
here.
the creatures you got, the regular ones, since you can't get it with Sisay? How
Yeah.
else?
Yeah. So
But
I
you
got
want
Court. If you want to scroll down for me, we can
yeah,
yell at each other about.
absolutely.
Yeah,
I
so I
see
got
we have a
Nature's Rhythm
and Neoform.
and Neoform. I'm a big proponent of Neoform. My word, I love that card.
Woo, yeah.
My man. If we
What do you
keep
mean
going, I think I
Neoform?
have so Neoforming a Dork into Kinnan has been pretty solid. Neoforming Taru into Chatterfang or Warren Soul Trader has happened more than once. Like it's just solid enough to chain in, right? You just, one time pod. If pod's good enough to be played in general, why not play the one-time use pod that also gets pitches of force?
Is this not the slot you're putting the Greenstone Zenith in, or is that a different
We're
one?
not going to talk about that.
Okay, cool.
I don't want to talk about the Green Sun Zenith. That is amazing.
I'll be honest, it's like Nature's Rhythm and Greenstone Zenith is really like where I keep debating, but it's probably going to stay Nature's Rhythm because it's just better. So yeah, I also got E-Call, Court of Calling, Vampire Tutor. I feel like I have enough ways to like find Warren Soul Trader where it genuinely has not been that hard.
Absolutely. That makes a lot of sense too. I see that you're on suspend. Why suspend and not?
I was waiting for someone to say suspend. All right, so Listen, Swords to Plowshares, excellent card. I don't think any of us are about to disagree that Swords to Plowshares is a good card, but it doesn't pitch to force. And with the speed of games that we've had lately, 2 turns on suspend is more than enough. It's more than enough. It's doing the same thing. It's been enough. Swords to Plowshares is still fine if you opt for it and you have enough blue slots in your deck to make Force of Will insulated, I guess is a good word, to make sure you can always have something to discard. Like, you're great, you're doing fine, but I find that I like a little more blue in my deck just to make sure Force of Will always feels good, and Suspend has been nothing but excellent for me.
So how often
There
do
is
you
no
use
alcohol in this cup. What was your question?
There
how
is
often
alcohol in
back
mine.
behind a draw engine or trying to be saved by that draw engine where suspend, like that helps those numbers for you trying to find a blue card or the force?
I would say it helps a lot. I've had to pitch Suspend to Force actually like a few times now. Like, I have enough blue cards in the deck to where I just feel safe having like a Force of Will and nothing else in hand and a draw engine, and knowing that I'm going to find a blue card eventually, at least for like the first couple draws, right?
Well, that's not the question. I'm talking about the
Oh, I'm
actual
sorry. Go
plan
on.
where you're leaning back on the draw engine. How often are you
Right.
doing that where the pitching to force actually turns on as a game plan? So, like, how often are you trying to sit behind Esper Fish or turn to Ristic where you?
I mean, I try not to. I'd rather not to, but like it's come up more than I would say since the updates, since I've edited this deck. I'd say it's come up like 3 or 4 times. It's not a lot. I'll admit it's not a lot.
That's my only question on it, because
Yeah.
if you're not trying to sit behind Ristic, why are we having the discussion between Swords to Plowshares or Swords to Timeshares? Like, it doesn't matter.
Swords to timeshares.
Timeshares is
my
pretty
gosh.
good. I'm stealing that for my meta. I won't tell you. I'm
Okay.
stealing that.
All it is. I
No,
gave
but
it
I think you put up a good point. I honestly, it's been good enough where like there has been very few times where it's like, oh man, I wish this was Swords to Plowshares. It's literally only come up once with as far as like how long games go. That it's like, shit, the creature's about to come back. We got to make sure, and it's been fine. I've yet to
I'm
actually have to be worried about it.
I'm not saying that it's wrong, but I'm very keen on like game script and how things
Right.
go, and I
It's
want
wrong.
to make
I
sure
understand.
that
No.
it lines up. That's all.
Yeah.
All I want.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. It's absolutely.
There's 2 ways to go about it, though, right? Where you could take the Jared's approach of if you're not sitting behind draw engines, then blue density doesn't really matter for Force of Will. Either
sure.
you have it or you don't. But there's also, if you're not drawing that many cards, having every single card maybe be a live Force of Will pitch is also relevant. So I could see that be true. And if you don't expect yourself to see a bunch of cards very quickly via Ristic Study, Mystic Remora, what have you, then just winning the game is important, which also can lead you towards I only need 2 turns because I only have this many resources in hand and I kept a hand that's going to win in 2 turns.
And
Exactly.
and the next question is like, how many blue cards are in the deck for that for this particular build?
Scroll down
yeah.
for me, sir. Let's take a look at the percentages. A little higher? Oh, there we go. 29. I need a little more blue if I'm admitting a few things. Definitely need like 2
It's
more
just
things of blue.
symbols. Hover over the actual icon to see how many cards in the deck are blue.
How do we do this?
If you
Hover
hover
over
over
the
the
29%.
The actual percents.
Oh, the actual percent? Oh, here it is.
Ooh, all right, 21 out of 72. That's not bad.
24.
24 out of 84. Right.
That's the symbols.
No,
but-
hold on. One more up, one more. Like, just a little bit above the percent. Yeah, there we go. 21 out of 72.
There you
Yeah.
go. 21 out of 72 are
Yeah.
blue.
Which is
Oh,
about,
yeah,
Which
it's
is,
a little more than a quarter. And
I
what's
think it's
necessary,
also
right?
the exact same number of blue cards I'm on.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you have all of your free interactions set to free in your list though?
Absolutely not. Nope.
Okay.
That is a mistake I see people make all the time. The
I
only
hate
reason
that.
it's a mistake, people, is because it does not show you true stats.
Yeah.
The amount of times my friends have been like, "My Adnos is so good." It's like, brother, you're fierce and your SWAT are 0. Fix it up. Fix it up.
The Adnos calculation doesn't take that into account. It takes in the actual number of
Yeah.
It
Adnos.
used to. I'm talking like a year or so ago.
Oh, sure,
it,
sure.
It wasn't checking for it, but
I'm
pretty sure now it's fixed for it.
I'm new
Yeah.
to the game, relatively.
This guy's never
And
played
most
Magic
most other
before.
people. I didn't start playing cEDH until like late 2024. So compared to all you old heads,
Wait, that's still
Oh,
pretty
man.
good, though.
That's when I started.
yeah. Well, you and I are both babies.
True.
I would I would imagine Suspend, just from a different kind of standpoint, not a bad
Mm.
politic card either, because everyone can see the card coming back and just being able to redirect a little bit of
Yes,
blame.
that's
Like that's actually
yes.
not a bad use for that, or at least a nice side effect of the
I've
card
had
as
that
well.
exact
I don't
thing come
play
up
it, but
before.
like, yeah.
No, where I've had to like talk the table into, listen, guys, the let's say, I don't know, OBM
His
is about to come
Dockside's
back off
coming back,
suspend.
guys.
Like I gotta put Teferi into play, so this way it counters the OBM. Is everyone okay with that? And they're like, yeah, sure, go get Teferi, and then I win because they were down with me getting Teferi. Sorry, everybody else, you know.
I also
Yeah.
want to ask, like, I understand the reason why you explained it to me, but like for most people that don't play Sisay, why are we on Oath? But sorry, why are we on Cultist but no Oath?
Oh yes. All right, so we did have this conversation in our mini chat. I'm on
Wait,
Cultist.
wait.
I'm on Cultist.
You're in
Let's
Cultist,
talk
but you're
about
on
it.
Oath?
Let's
You don't-
go.
Listen.
Let's
you
go.
do
That's
not-
crazy.
No. No, this is a misconception. This is for everyone and not just the handsome gentleman in this chat. This is for every person that ever wants to look at Sisay. Diata, Ori, and Cultist are not married cards. Each of those cards are perfectly fine by themselves. Oath is not attached to those cards either. Though reasonably you should only play Ori and Diata in Oath. That's a whole other discussion. But with Cultist, I think Cultist is just a day one Sisay card. If you're not on a turbo build, it is the cheapest, easiest way for you to go from a naked Sisay to how big she realistically needs to be to get whatever the hell you want. You're in a Smothering Tithe war. Let's say you don't have Cultist. All right, I'll spin for Ragavan. All right, I'm gonna put another spin on the stack. They kill Ragavan. You don't have another one drop. Like, I know some people are on like Grand or what have you, right? Like they have extras, but like they kill Ragavan. What are you spinning for now? You have no way to continue your chain up if you have 30 treasures and no one drop to continue to boost Sisay.
And take
Whereas
it
no, please go.
Oh no, I was gonna look at the other way, not just chaining up with Sisay, but dumping cards that you want into the graveyard on purpose is amazing.
Yes, absolutely. I've sacked a Bloom Tender and people have been like, haha, you gotta sack your shit to the I was like, okay, go get Cauldron.
Yeah,
Sure.
I got 2 Cauldrons because an OBM was here.
Mhm.
I'm suspicious of it, but I also
You should be.
like,
You
it
should
makes-
be. It's
like I also know that it does work, but I'm not sure where does that
I
make it
would
available?
I would say it's on the same mindset as like we were talking about Lavinia. You can't just deploy it willy-nilly. You got to know like, okay, I need to go get my Deadpool. All I have is another one drop. I can't spin for X. Let me go grab this and win for it in my upkeep. Right? Like being able to grab anything you can at a moment's notice. I don't know. I've been Cultist pilled since the card dropped.
Yep.
I've come off and on it before. I've had games where I would have lost if it wasn't for me not having it. I have lost games because I wasn't on it. Last year I was when I made top 16 for the Big ZD event that Gold Saber hosts. That exact thing came up where I was not playing Cultist and I had a shit ton of treasures with Tithe. I had to that was my winning in game, and I had a Ragavan out. That was my only one drop in deck, and I had this. Oh holy shit! If they kill this Ragavan, I'm just done. And no one, and I did know about, I think there's an Arkham playing next to me playing into the Floodmaw, and I'm at someone else's end step. I'm trying to instant speed win, and I was like, oh my god, please don't hit the Ragavan. He's like, I'm going to target the Tithe. I'm like,
Okay.
Absolutely.
sick. Thanks, guy. But like, it was that moment of like being scared and having like the jolt, like, yo, if they get rid of this Ragavan, if they get rid of my Grand, if they get rid of the one drop cheap legend and I can't like spin up again, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
It's happened too many times.
I don't know. I played Tam for like 4 tournaments. Bad card, by the way.
Hey Tam.
I think like every single time I put Tam on the battlefield, all of my opponents would go, guys, he has a max Sisay. I think this exact same thing would happen with Cultist.
I'm sorry, that's hysterical.
Sisay tutoring for 7 is the exact same thing as Sisay tutoring for 4.
Unless you have Vivian Hunts in your deck.
Well, now let's talk about Tam for a second. Like my argument for Tam is you need to have a haymaker on the top end. And I argued if you're going to do that, you need to put something on the level of like Bolus's Citadel to go and get.
Yep.
And,
there's a other 6 mana one we'll talk
That
about
build
today.
is wild.
But yeah.
That's terrifying as a notion.
Everything in my deck is findable with a 5/5 Sisay. And
Yeah.
that's
And
the way I
that's
want it
and
to
that's the
be.
point where it's like Cultist gets me anything I need, right?
Yep.
Deadpool, Sakashima, any of the like
Oh.
everything. It's everything.
Cam
So-
is basically creature lay packed. Like
Don't look at the deafening sounds. That's
Yeah.
coming out soon.
Or
I got to do a
Guild
mild update.
The
I was supposed to do an update today. Reaper's gonna give me shit for it. I think he's already added me twice today, being like, "Yo, where's the update?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry, my guy."
yeah.
So
But-
like, before we move on from Cultist, as far as another option that isn't
sure.
like a random one drop on there, something
right.
that is lurking for anybody is the land Okina, the green legendary from Kamigawa.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, let me look
I've
this
never
up.
heard of this
Okay.
Hold up.
My
Jared with the
eyebrows are
spice.
touching the ceiling, sir. My
Did you
eyebrows
see it?
are up.
Okina?
Yes.
Temple of the,
The land.
Grandfathers. Target legendary creature. Yes, get that +1/+1, Sisay.
So,
You can
like,
search up.
this-
Oh wow.
I don't think
Actually-
it's playable, but it's that part where, like, for me, Cultist and Okina are not that far apart. You do what you need to do with
Sure.
those. Like,
I see what you're saying.
whenever
I see
if
what
you
you're
have
saying.
enough treasures to, like, in my script of it, you
Right.
shouldn't play either one of them because you have enough mana. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
But
sure.
if you're- if you're
That's
worried
fair.
about,
Absolutely.
but if you're worried about not having the 1/1 to start something, the game has gotten to a certain way where you just have a naked Sisay
Mhm.
and having like a lot of those game scripts, they shouldn't come up very often, and you should find a way.
No.
to solve it.
And I will admit there are times that Cultist has been dead on my hand. It's why I go back and forth on the card. Especially now, I think Twister said it at one point that, because Shang-Chi exists now, it's not a card that even needs to be considered. And you're probably right.
Well,
At the end
it's
of the
more
day,
that your argument most of the time has been if you have 15 mana and a 2/2 Sisay, you can't win unless you have Cultists in your deck from
Mhm.
those activations. But now you can.
But now you can, exactly.
The difference
Exactly.
is 1 mana versus 5 mana as it used to be because Shang-Chi is a hasty thing that can activate your Selvala.
Which,
So-
thank you, Marvel. We
Yeah,
got a few
broken-
cards. Shang-Chi
broken
was
Yes,
number
thank
one.
card.
you. Thank you.
Shang-Chi's not even the best card Marvel gave us. Like, straight
It's
up.
not.
Loki Scepter's so much better.
Loki Scepter is
Loki Scepter's
probably
so
better.
good.
100%.
it's
100%.
so good.
Both are
I think-
great. I don't want to say one is better than the other. Both are great for the roles that they apply.
For sure.
That's true.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They're
But, like,
excellent
I wanted to
additions.
bring up
And let's
Okina.
not talk about Jenny Walters, my man. My
Jenny
girl,
Walters-
Jenny Walters. Oh,
Jenny.
I don't think
oh,
That was the
I-
first auto slam for me. I saw Jenny and put it in
it's very
immediately.
good.
not
Didn't
even a
even think-
question.
Nope.
It may be a hot
I
take,
like-
but I don't think it's very good. Jenny
You're out of your
Walters is-
mind.
What are you talking about?
She's a cheap silence. What more do you want?
I
So
don't
let-
cast spells. Why do I care if my opponents can't either?
So, like, for let's
It
I-
brings
I
her
like
in the
quiet on
window,
my
that's
turns.
why.
in
Sorry,
the
Jared, what were you
sense
saying?
from it with Ginny, like, if you cast her from hand, she is phenomenal. Like, I'm not there's not anything to argue from that, but searching for her seems kind of lackluster compared to
Yeah.
and in the same way that Cutzel is. Like, she is much closer to Cutzel than she is to Fairy.
100%.
And Teferi,
I would say that
100%.
absolutely.
And I feel like the 2-drop kind of demands higher, not necessarily EV, but it's like expected work that it's going to put in. And
No, 100%. Yeah.
Ginny doesn't like do anything, like, especially if you're trying to win on the stack, where some of us like to go, or you're forced to have to do that. Ginny doesn't
Yep.
do anything.
Yeah, she's
And-
also an easier to cast GA though.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
to be
those
fair,
are fair
Well,
points.
yeah,
But,
to be
like,
fair, I was playing
well,
Voice of
Voice of
Victory.
So, like, there's Voice of Victory's there. There's other parts
Yeah.
where you put stuff into play. Like the white legendary pip is something we have a lot of.
Yes.
And that slot, like, it's a premium slot for the curve.
For sure.
So that,
For sure.
like, I'm not saying it's bad or anything like that. It's good because it does support Sisay things, but there's like, we only can play 99.
But
sure,
if
I-
you have one legendary white pip and you're playing Coda, you have protection and a win attempt easily.
But
Yeah,
you have to have all
those
that
are-
there.
That's kind of the thing, though, right? Is that it doesn't really matter if you have those things because they're only relevant if you casted those from hand. Because if you're spinning for Coda, you're trying to win on the untap or upkeep of the next turn anyway, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you don't need to
Realistically,
have
yeah.
the Jennifer, and most of those are going to be through activations, which are really hard to interact with.
Yeah.
So you're really spending 10 mana for 2-3 mana combined permanents through activations, which don't progress the game by themselves. And if you slam on you go land, Mox Diamond, Jennifer Walters, you're still untapping with nothing to do on your next turn.
Yeah.
Whereas that's where Jared's coming from.
That-
I think.
that-
No,
no,
that makes sense. That makes
is
sense.
a progression card.
Like, in the same way, like we cut Cutzel at a lot of places because of the 3-drop silence. Granted, it's legendary and it does help with things, but the help it does by itself is not very much, and you never like when's the point where you like, oh, I want to tutor for exactly Ginny or Cutzel. Those questions are usually the same, and the answer is usually no.
Yeah.
In fairness, I was already on.
is-
Forgive me, I was already on Voice of Victory, so it was just a very easy swap over to me because she's just legendary.
Yeah.
The difference
also
it
something I'll
comes in when do you see yourself winning the game? If
Yeah.
you're playing Bill's deck, you're winning at sorcery speed a lot of the time.
Yep.
So having a GA in play is phenomenal, especially if you're also playing the general like creature to field or to field tutors or neoform or I don't know, a birthing pod to put a creature from your deck into play and you
Absolutely.
just turn your dork into Jennifer Walters. That makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
But if you're playing an Oathless build where you want to sit and accrue as much resources as possible until it's impossible for someone to beat you because they have given you too many tithe treasures, they have let you untap with too many permanents, and then past the turn they point a removal spell at your creature, and then you activate on top and say, "Fuck it, nerd." Like I don't know.
Like in the same sense where
Eat shit, nerd. I'm going for it.
But in the same sense, the answer for like tutoring it to play, whether you need a form or a pod, like you get more miles out of like Shang-Chi at the same number. And you're setting yourself back by trying to put in the protection when the direction that you're going doesn't need the spell protection. You just do the activated abilities anyway.
Right.
And so where the points where you have some fail cases like that, you have to sniff out what your opponents are going to do because they're all worried about you anyway. They're bleeding a lot of information from that, and
Of course.
you can figure out how safe it is. And if it's not safe, then you wait until somebody else puts something on the stack, and then you pull something away whenever they try to take something away from you. You put that on there, and that's one less resource going against you.
That's why sorcery speed focus is so important, though, because if you were playing at sorcery speed and every activation is sorcery speed, then you are way more, open to onboard interaction, and you don't beat that with a sorcery speed attempt. So having a GA is really good.
Yep, that's the only reason I still have TAM also. Just that one extra layer. I mean, I get the extra mana, I get the extra size, but also I get that protection for those wind TEMs.
You have a 6-drop that is core to the deck's plan too, right?
Yeah,
so,
you have an outlet with your Planeswalker. Like I see the vision there, but people will just play it. Well, you can have a 5-color permanent. It's like, well, what do you do with it? Like what's the script in order to solve for win, as I like to say.
Exactly.
And a lot of people have for that.
Now that we're looking at the 7, I super quickly, I know we have like 2 more decks to get through still.
Oh, here, let's take a look. Let's yell at me. Let's see it. Ooh, okay, looking a little rough.
Second 7?
Draw a card. Let's see if I fucked up not keeping it.
We
ship it. Ship
you
it.
have to. What? Hold on. Do we have a land that taps for white in that hand?
No.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
I was like, hold on, we're throwing away turn 2 heuristic.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. It's turn 2 heuristic. That's about it.
See, okay, this is the exact reason why I cut Exotic Orchard. Because it doesn't make any mana.
It doesn't give
It probably doesn't. It probably doesn't.
The Exotic Orchard rewards 4th seat.
Yes.
Yes.
I guess that's fair.
Like, if I'm going to be on Exotic Orchard, I'd just rather be on 1 fetch land. Because I know I'm on 1 extra fetch land that Teleria's not. Like, if that Exotic Orchard was a fetch, this hand is super great.
Super keepable. That's fair. That's like, listen, if you're making a good point against Exotic Orchard, it's working. But my Candyland Exotic Orchard should be very upset about this. All right, draw the card. Let's see if I was a bum.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's too late.
No, you're not keeping that.
No, we're definitely not keeping this either. This is rough. What's going on, deck? You work in person, but now we're having a hard time.
We're going down to 5.
That's fucked up, Twist.
Well, wait, is this hand not turn 2 cord for 3? Like, you're fine.
But what do you do with that?
I don't know. Like, it's if you're on a 5, like, I'm pitching the
I would get
Sovala
probably. Yeah. Let's see. Draw a card. Let's see it.
Hey,
We're so good.
Then we have a turn 2 Sovala, so we're good.
The turn 2
was always
Sovala
meant to
taps
be.
for 2 mana.
Turn 2.
Is it turn 1? No, it's turn 2. It's turn 2.
Turn 2, Salvala
Salvala.
with the Tyvar.
I always believed in you, honey. I always believed in you.
All right, that seems good. All right, on
Absolutely.
to the next deck. We have Jared's Gumbo package.
So like this
Yeah.
There it comes.
So-
honestly, I would like for my list to be saved for last because it is nothing like everybody else's.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
My shit's
Yeah.
up. We're gonna need some time,
I-
guys.
I think we set up Bill's deck a lot in this last discussion too about
No.
Cultist and Tam and all this other stuff.
All right, Bill, let's chat
Uh-huh.
about your deck then. Sisay,
Yes.
all pots on deck. So why is your deck better than 5-color Rocco?
Damn.
That's a crazy comparison. Not wrong, but crazy comparison.
That is dog ass ugly. Sisay already makes it better than any other deck, so I'm done there.
Yep.
True.
I tell you what. I tell you one of the my favorite tenets of playing pod over, let's say, like standard Sisay deck outside of Clam, right? Is one of the main tenets I like to sort of say is I get to win before Wooburg, because with pod I've got a lot of plays where I can just throw out a bunch of fucking gray ass mana and pod a creature up into a win and not look scary at all. Unlike a lot of other Sisay decks, they start throwing a bunch of colors out. You know, you throw a legendary out. That's one of my favorite parts. Sometimes throw out like I can build up for a Vivian in my hand kind of a thing. You know, throw any old 3-drop out and good to go. So that's what I like. My favorite part, and the reason why I still play the deck is because it is, one of the better agnostic Sisay decks. If I'm going to compare myself to another deck, surprisingly, probably closest to Clam, just because we do play very good agnostic win cons, Pod and Breach, and then we also both play Thoracle. So we have basically 3 different random axes that we can play off of, and at the same time, a lot of the stuff in Sisay Pod is layered well enough with Sisay, so you can use a lot of the same cards, play a lot of the same stuff, and win off of Sisay yourself without having to go too deep. We do have a little bit larger of a core than a lot of the other decks for our win cons with all the pod stuff, Kiki, etc. That's why I play it, man. I mean, it is a thinking man's deck. Don't get me wrong. Every time I stare at a hand, I feel like I take longer than else at the table. I'm like, all right, is this a good Sisay hand? Is this a good pod hand? Like, what am I doing with this shit? Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, every time I come around to my turn, I'm like, okay, yep, I'm still going with the same original plan because, card in your hand, all of a sudden you get, I don't know, monitor in your hand. All of a sudden you get Agathas, you get whatever. And you're like, okay, change of plans kind of a thing.
So, Bill, would this be like a choose your own adventure kind of deck where you don't
That's
you
a
have
good
to
way
figure
to
out
put
which
it.
one's the right
For
adventure?
sure.
Yeah, honestly, my game plan every game is really pretty. Like, I'm not going in looking for anything. If I have a choice, I'm trying to play something pod first, and then I'm usually trying to look at Sisay as like my backup plan because, oh no, I played a bunch of mana and I throw out the best commander in the game. Like, that's kind of my mindset. But for the most part, I got to stare at the hand. I got to see what it's giving me. And then from there, build a plan. Because sometimes I'll get something, let's say like, Corridor and, Bloom Tender and then a bunch of some spells and shit. Like, that's not too bad. All of a sudden, I can play one, bring in a Corridor, and I'm tapping and untapping Bloom Tender. I have a little extra mana to kind of work with. A lot of untappers in there allow for a little more extension. Same reason why Faber is still really good. Throw out Faber, throw out an untapper. Now you've got that same mana back again, and you can do all kinds of stuff with it.
Yeah, like as I'm looking through your list, like you really are like as they said, like the choose your own adventure. You're running like 4 very separate ways to win the game, and none of them like super meld with any. Like you have a Thassa Tainted in here to just be like, anyways, turn 3 Thassa Tainted, I guess.
When I won my OG tournament a couple of years ago, what was it, 2 years and a half, whatever it was, like I won with Thassa. It was literally a turn 1 pod, turn 2 tap DC. Like that was it. So like because a lot of the win cons are creature based, and a lot of the creatures, a lot of the cards that we use for on the Sisay side are also creatures. It makes it really easy to kind of pivot back and forth with, that's why I have Neo. That's why I still have EE. That's why, everything is predicated to allow me to kind of mix and match. It does look like there's, sort of 3 acts this season. There are, no doubt, but there's enough crossover between them to where I can pivot very quickly. Oh no. My favorite play, and I love throwing the story out there because the guy was such a fucking dick. But the guy draked my Sisay, and he turns the entire table and he's like, "All right, guys, Sisay's out. She's done. We'll take care of the rest of this game." And I just potted his fucking Drake. I'm like, okay, now what? Like it's just I mean, it's really. And honestly, I would not have remembered it if he wasn't just such a dick. Right. But it's that kind of stuff where it's like, yes, you can get rid of, one line, but it's really easy to pivot to another one. Or, people dump shit into the bin and, Agatha suddenly gets real fucking sexy.
Listen, Sisay didn't hear no bell.
No.
Sisay didn't hear no bell.
It's a really resilient deck. I think overall, just because it works really well. I mean, even something like Survival of the Fittest, which I think I'm the only fucking Sisay pilot that runs it at, at least pod decks are.
Point, yeah, man. Once upon a time, everybody was on that. You'd be silly not to count Survival.
Well,
but nowadays, it's like...
Okay, look, how many times did I Survival for Dockside? Okay, the number is higher than I'd like to admit. Okay,
100%. 100%.
It's like, I would sell fucking Kiki for that shit. I don't give a fuck. Like... just throw whatever. No, but there's so many tutors, there's so many ways to get cards that I need to get, if I need an answer, I can grab an answer because I do play a lot of not a lot, but I play a number of, and I will only ever play asymmetrical stacks in a deck like this. I refuse to be like all those other pod decks, Dog Pod, and you already said
Rocco,
thank you.
Yeah,
I'm like not rock size. Don't say fucking rock size. Blood pod,
all this... pod when
yeah, seriously, like I
Rug
really
like
on,
baby.
A lot of people who build pod decks, and this is to anyone who's watching this that has a pod deck that's sitting behind like a wall of fucking stacks. You don't have to do that. Like, yeah, you can keep pod behind your castle walls, rule of law your way, throw out all the fucking orbs and shit. Like, if you want to do that, that's cool. That is one way to play a pod deck for sure. But one of the pod decks I really liked and kind of inspired me initially to build Sisay this way, the Sisay pod, was Advantage Pod. Blue, it was originally Blue Pod, turned Advantage Pod, but whatever. They were much more proactive. And so even the stacks that I play, so Spider Woman and Jennifer Walters and whatever, it's all asymmetrical stuff that doesn't affect me when I play Drannith. I fucking love Drannith. But they're all cards that I'm okay stopping other people, and which to me feels very similar most of the time to accelerating my own plan. The only thing I won't do is waste a bunch of fucking mana on Rule of Law cards or something else that just sacks everyone else out, because eventually that's just all get removed. But if I can find a way to slow them, because again, I'm not a bridge deck who's going to try to win on turn 2 all the time. Can I get one out every once in a while? Yeah. Turn 3 is a lot sexier, and 4 is fairly easy most of the time. But that's, I guess, kind of the vibe. And anyone who's not played pod, you should try it for at least 20 games and then let me know how many times.
For at least 20 games. I love that.
That's a long time, brother.
Do you play pod in your Sisay?
No, don't worry. After this call, I'm going to proxy everyone's deck and just hand my opponents and be like, well, what do you want to play against today?
Which style?
Did you want to play Sisay? Did you want to play Sisay or Sisay? We can do Sisay.
They're going to see the one that has the Gigantha next to it and always pick that.
Yes.
Well, Daniel's list.
But wait, you're in Daniel's local area, so they might not want to see that anymore. They've been getting cooked lately.
All right, well, let's take a quick 7. Bill, what are your thoughts on this? This feels kind of bad, no?
It's not. I mean,
as you get survival.
So I have survival.
The survival of it all, yes.
Yeah. Make a little extra mana. I don't know.
It was the first time that
see the draw. Show me a dork.
This seems bad.
Show me a dork and my life is yours.
We got a Vault Island for a first draw. Turn 2 will be an abrupt decay.
I mean, I'm hanging in. I don't love it.
Day. All right.
If I could accelerate to get to that Ori, I'd be down, but nah.
Second 7. We have birthing pod turn 2. No
But
creatures.
there's nothing.
Yeah,
material.
yeah.
You can
I'll
sack
probably
Sisay.
yeah.
That's later. Yeah.
Tomb Volk. I can throw out a Sisay, Tundra. I got Pod in a turn, and then see. That's
Turn 3 push, I guess.
yeah.
And that's
Basically.
assuming people don't know that
Do we
birthing
draw?
pod
Do
is
we
Right.
So if
I
this
mean-
was a turn 3 push, how would you do it?
Is this actually a turn 3 push? Though?
No, I don't know.
There's not enough mana to push on turn 3. This pushes turn
this
4.
This is a turn 4. That's a turn 4. Yeah. Wait, actually, let me think for a second. Hold.
No, because you need the extra mana from the pod. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
I'd like
Yeah,
it known I tried the pod build. It wasn't necessarily for me, but I did try just a raw pod when Dockside still existed. Golden Girl right there.
Yeah, it really
My
nice.
my dude.
You're down
may
to
or may
6 in
not
this hand.
have-
Let's see. Vitality, I kind of like 3 mana, Script Tainted, Pact.
It's not really doing
Yeah,
anything.
I'll
not
start
really
playing on
feeling that
turn
one.
3.
Yeah.
That's
Down to
about
5?
that is. Yeah, I'll go to 5. Ooh, okay. Guys, Demonic, Burn. Yeah.
Assuming
turn
you
1
didn't
and light
see
2.
one, what are you pitching?
There is some shit going down here, and I do not hate it.
No, actually, I couldn't.
Yeah, this is
I
a
think this
build of
key-
4, really, with the gemstones.
This is turn 0 tutor for Esper. Win the game.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah,
what I was
turn 1
thinking.
to for Esper.
Yep.
Turn
100%.
0 tutor for Esper. Cast Esper.
Yep.
Because you have a
100%.
gemstone.
Yeah. That's,
On time, Elder. Let's go.
Love that.
and if I fail, yeah, this is, I think, for anytime I have pod, I've got a chance. I just need 3 mana.
Which
Got you.
card are you keeping just to pitch to gemstones?
The Cradle.
Uh,
Redirect.
It's probably the
Amaterasu?
Amaterasu out, right? Yeah, it's the
Either
Amaterasu.
no, it's either Amy or redirect. Probably the Amy, if I'm being honest, because I'm not going to need it for the
For
the
pod
pod
lines,
DC.
no.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, cool. All right, we've kept a hand. All right, Jared, let's chat about...
No.
Oh, no? Oh,
Man,
no,
that
no.
was
No,
my
that-
deck
that
again.
was
That's
his.
why it looked so good.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, Jared, let's chat about your list. We have Abigail, Oswald, Brightglass.
Daniel,
what
start
have
by
you been
saying
cooking? And
Did I see
Tell
no
us more.
Teferi?
Yeah, like Teferi's supposed to be in.
Why are we not sorted by CMC again? What are we
oh my
doing
god,
here?
I'm sorry. Let me do that again.
Maybe-
Sort by CMC. You know, I'm gonna do that at the beginning. of
Type in mana
every
value. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
episode.
Why-
Yeah, something's not right.
While you're doing that, I do want to say one thing. I'm very, very proud of this group. We went through the entire pod deck piece and no one said shit about Biovegas, and I love you all for that so much.
I was
No,
going
hey,
to.
no,
I was
Bio-
going to.
They did
And I was
circle
like, you
that?
know what?
Okay,
I know that's a pet
question.
card for him.
I think that card just makes sense in pod.
It does, yeah.
I
It
don't,
does a
I don't
lot.
know why people give you grief about that card. It just seems very good.
I'm the only cEDH deck in the fucking world that plays it. That's why.
You are not the only CDH deck.
There's another one,
Shalai and
right?
Oh
Halal.
yeah, okay,
July!
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So-
it doesn't Marath play that card too?
Does Marath also
Marath
play
with the
that card?
+1/+1 counters. That's funny.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I recommend that you refresh it because it's supposed to be Time Raveler, not Testament.
Oh.
I am testing not having Cruel Captain in there at the moment. So
Damn.
I mean,
Yeah.
well,
It's
like, I'm not sure
real.
what's
I
going on.
withhold the spankings.
So, like, that's not
Switch it back.
so.
Switch it back.
So I know that there's a lot of different cards in here that everybody else doesn't really see as often, and I would like to explain a little bit of how I got here, where basically I tried to do an agnostic kind of thing that also was doing what we did before Dockside was banned, where we could win on the stack like by copying somebody else's Dockside. That was a pretty often thing to do where you can tutor for Sakashima. And I've just tried to find some other way to do it and also play more responsibly. And that's kind of moved in and out of how I've done things. Right now, the new hotness is the Oswald Fiddlebender in there. where like I've tried to come to a solution of the first thing I tried to do is make infinite mana somehow. And it doesn't matter if Sisay's in play or not. But if I can get infinite mana, I will win the game somehow, with or without Sisay.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, generally, that's where a lot of my script has come from that. If you'll scroll down a little bit, there's Valley Flood Caller in here, and the Valley Flood Caller package, because you can create, yes, you feed Ristics, but a lot of times if you do, whether it's Flash or Teferi, Silence or Teferi, you can just win anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Put something on the stack, so you can solve for it there, and with some kind of piece in there, or you cast one of my creature tutors into play creature tutors, you can get Kennen or Thrasios or figure something out from that, because you have all these different outs.
Oh, my
So,
hero,
the whole
Hero
pop-
Neoform and Eldritch. Oof.
Yeah,
My
You're playing
hero
the
right
Dockside
here.
package. No, I'm kidding.
I also
That is a Dockside package, yeah.
I also have Cord in here too.
Hoarding Broodlord, you said?
No,
And
Cord.
Finale.
Oh,
Oh
Cord.
my
Cord.
god.
I mean,
Yeah,
all
I-
of those sorceries are instant speed with a flood color.
Yeah.
Goddamn right. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
those sorceries and not one imp seal. I'm already disappointed.
My man. Not,
It's only
not
been
being
one
on
deck
MCL.
in this.
You're-
In
It
this
doesn't
call.
fit in hand.
Wait, no,
That's
two
the
decks
issue.
in this call that play MCL.
So like Imperial Seal, I would be on board for it, but it doesn't put it in my hand.
Or
That
to the
makes
field, for
sense.
that matter.
So
Fixes so many mulligans.
this list kind of does a lot of weird things because it's just trying to solve it. And as you're highlighting now, like Surveillance Cam, like is
So good.
It helps the Sisay plan. It helps. It is part of the Oswald line. It also is. It makes my flood caller lines not need flood caller, because I can put the Banishing Knack Helix on Silvala and make
That's
Silvala
funny.
That's hot.
That's actually
Cam.
really funny. I
and
like
then
that.
make the mana. And as long as she makes 3 mana, I can make infinite mana, because it'll pay for the casting of Cam and the activation of her. So as long as there's 3 power somewhere, like I've expanded it without having to need just Kai Ascendancy.
Gosh.
So
When was the last? Gosh. When was the last time you Retraction Helix Savala in your Sisay build? That's amazing.
2 weeks ago, I did that. But I also last week I did it on a 4 mana. What's their name? Bloom Tender.
Mm.
So like as long as the dork can make more mana than it costs, like you can finagle your way around it.
Mm-hmm.
And like having Kennen out, then Bloom Tender makes 3 mana, and so you can just win that way, and you have your outlet of Kennen.
Mhm.
And
Bad
Go ahead.
idea, bad suggestion. What did you ever test play Pemin's Aura or the other one?
yeah, I actually
Free
went
from the
through that's its own list I went through for a while, and I did do that. The issue I found with it is very fragile, and
Mhm.
the only way I feel like that works is you need to play all of the silences so that you can have a protected turn. And where you just need to be able to do that, and you don't need it's sorcery speed a lot of times, but you don't need to do a whole lot if you did the Pimmins Aura or Freed from the Real line.
Mhm.
But the cost of doing that costs more than say this, and the card can be dead even though you can pitch it to force for those, and if you're trying to do it naked, you get blown out every time. So like the script, the expected game script Freed from the Real just is too fragile for my tastes.
That makes sense.
I spent like 3 months working on that alongside of the Valley Flood Caller stuff, where they were
Mhm.
separate pieces, similar to how I have Oswald now. You have different ways you could do it, but like with my Oswald line, I can go from either a 0 mana rock or a 2 mana rock and work my way to Bright Glass Gearhulk, and from Bright Glass I could tutor for the Cam Goblin Welder, and I still need haste, but there's 5 possible haste cards in the deck
Mhm.
for activating a welder, and you can make infinite mana because you can use Bright Glass go tutor for rocks that you need when you're switching it in and out, because it's a legacy combo right now where you use Surveillance Cam and Goblin Wilder.
With the Oswald line, on your way up from 0, do you not find Loki Scepter, which is just already the rock that makes mana?
So
well,
good.
it makes mana, but the timing is wrong because it will untap my Oswald so that I can go and get to 4.
Mhm.
But as far as getting the welder into play, it doesn't get that first activation because it has to do another. It has to do another scepter ETB in order to give the welder haste.
Mm-hmm.
But there are parts of it where sometimes you have the scepter already and you can crunch it for something else. Like you could. There's a lot of flexibility in it where the deck is such a beautiful puzzle. And why I keep playing the deck is because it's never solved, and you have different ways of doing it. And this is what keeps it interesting for me. I do play other commanders and whatnot, and they're all great here. This is the one that keeps my interest, where it's like I don't get bored playing it ever because I can always have something.
I was gonna roast you a little bit playing the Samet until you just explained all this. I was like, oh my god, untapping and haste is so goddamn important for you. Fair enough. Fair enough,
But you
my
can
man.
also win from like the Sisay plan. You can if you have
I see you still have your Sisay lines. It's just like,
well, like in addition to it, but you can use the Sisay plan to do an agnostic plan. So if you have, say, Oswald sitting there, if you have 1 mana of any color sitting around somewhere, which red is usually what you need, you can activate Sisay while you have Oswald. It doesn't matter if he's sick or not. You go get Shang-Chi, and you use the white mana from Shang-Chi to activate Oswald to the 2 mana that you need, and you work your way up, and you just need the red somewhere to cast the welder, and the welder's live because of Shang-Chi. And that's 3 mana.
Oh, there we go.
So like you have you can go in and out of the different lanes like on a highway. You could shift between different lanes and figure out how things are. And the only weakness of the deck is honestly like mental misstep.
Yeah, I can see that.
People cracking, people using a force of will or a mind break trap, that is live, but they hate using that on like a Goblin Wielder. So like you can kind of sniff out if that's what they have, but you finding the mental misstep, that's the challenge that you have as a pilot with this deck, because that will get fired off to stop you. Nobody will hesitate. But
the thing that I've heard a lot of people trying to like emulate your build or just play your build directly as is they get kind of baited into going for the cool line of Oswald first before just letting the deck give you the puzzle it wants you to solve.
Well, so let's go back to another part of it from like game script that I like to talk about. You've seen my top 16 win at the Lango Open. I played a turn 1 Esper Sentinel, and that tells you how I like to play the game. I want to have more parts to put together because you need more pieces. And if you're rushing down all your parts, like you'll get blown out, whether it's by bowmasters or any other kind of thing that happens. Yes, that's going to happen to any creature-based deck. But if you have more cards, then you have either chances to reload or fight the aggression upon, like when people try to board your ship to take over, like you have the means to fight back.
Fight the aggression.
That's the other thing about like traditional Sisay builds of old and builds that are moving more towards your build and folks that are, I think, realizing more with Shang-Chi inclusion is that the more cheap haste enablers that we have makes it even easier for us to sit behind draw engines and play a traditional plan, because I don't know if it is a very hard thing to sell, but paying 3 mana for a Selvala instead of 5 mana for a Selvala is pretty good when it comes into play with haste.
Yes.
But right,
as it turns out,
the math does check out for us Sisay players who don't do math very well. But it's much better to sit behind a draw engine and let the plan come to you when you have like layers and layers and layers of win lines. And a lot of us are moving towards those kinds of game plans instead of like hoping we don't draw our Nicol Bolas.
People used to actually play Olivia for that same reason, and she was 3. So why would you do it too?
Of course.
Discard outlet, haste enabler. We love that.
Let's talk about another thing on it. I also think that a lot of times for me, having an activation together it's better to have the activation. And if you can't win with just one, just pass. And yes, it looks terrifying to your opponents, but your opponent's about to do things that are also terrifying.
Mhm.
And if nothing, basically, if all things left unchanged, you can sandwich 2 turns worth of actions at the between your own turn and the instep before your turn. So you
That
can
is
go
correct.
2 to 4 something and put it all together, or you can do a Valley Flood Caller for value, where you go and put Flood Caller out and some other junk, like helpful resources to put your puzzle together, and all of a sudden resources that where people would try to fearmonger what's on there, they didn't know you had that because it was in your hand. And then you're doing like blue farm concepts where
Mm.
they don't know what you have. And then you have this burst down, you untap, and now you have things to play with. It's also why I like to play with Samut, which is probably a question I'm going to get roasted
Samut,
for at some
yes.
point. But Samut has a very traditional line that is what I find to be the cheapest from the Bloom Tender line, where you can, from a sorcerer speed, you can do it from, I think, 7 mana, and you just need combat, and you do a traditional bit there, because by having every creature have haste instead of just Sisay attacking, which now there
Everything.
or every opponent has a bunch of creatures. You'll send Sisay, Samut, which has double strike, and at least Deadpool, which has flying because it stole the text of Derevi. And then you have a untap trigger on the first strike with Samut plus the untap activation ready. So you can do the when people try to remove with the untap trigger on the stack, you can do the activation, and you can force through to make sure things are as safe as it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
And that is just with the lowest resource just on Bloom Tender. With Sylvala, the number, like, you can do things much easier because you have more resources with a larger Sisay or a larger creature of any sort. But from Bloom Tender, it makes it very safe to go from, I think it was 7 mana. I mapped that out at some point, but you work that out, and you can do your Emil Derevi line very safe from that. But you do it from very little revealed resources. But just jamming, say, a Samut before you untap is no different than you playing Shang-Chi at 2 mana,
Yeah.
because you have so much resources still to play with.
For sure.
I like that tech, only because I also play Samut too, but
Yeah,
He's got
just-
reasons. He's got reasons.
Mhm.
And a Burrow question that I'm probably going to get is more of like, that's a grand discard, like that's Soul Cauldron. That's seasoning for Soul Cauldrons.
Razor B.
Does anyone have any questions for Jared? Otherwise, we can do a quick keep
Dude,
seven.
that was so damn extensive. I got a handshake for this man. That's
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. Well, I have to explain it, and it's very, very heavy on like play patterns and script, because
Absolutely.
you have to be disciplined, and you have to rely on
There
the
she is.
Yeah. I think like the main difference between like how you think about things and how like I normally work through the game in my head of like, I'm never doing my math until I'm activating Sisay. Like
Yep.
I get to
Well-
5 mana and I go, all right, how do we get there? Because no one interacted on the activation, so
Well,
time to start going.
especially for new players, a good heuristic to force yourself to be better is to know what you're searching for before you activate. Period. Because
Activate
I
Sisay.
think from like when you're just vibing and it's practice or whatnot, that's one thing where you're trying to learn the deck. But I think that first half step you get when you're learning it is you need to know what you're searching for. Like you,
For sure.
I don't think you need to memorize all your legends. That's a good thing to do if you have that kind of drive to do that. But you need to have a solution, because you have to follow a script in order to win. Like it is it's an algebra equation. It's not quite a quadratic formula or anything really complicated there, but you have to solve for a win. In the same way you add NOS or necro things, you have to do the same thing with Sisay.
Is that, I'm so sorry. Is that a puppo?
Yeah, I have a puppy.
Please
No.
reveal. Oh my
Oh,
god! He said he's so cute.
What's your dog's name?
This is Artemis. We call her
What
Artie.
up, Artemis? Artie.
Yeah, yeah, she's a miniature husky dog.
Hey,
I
Jewel,
would say I'd show you my pussy, but I think he's on the prowl.
Yikes! Yikes! That's a way
My
It's
cat,
a-
my cat.
that's a weird kid.
Yo, Patreon only, please. No.
She's been whining at the door ever since we started.
Oh,
my
he's
goodness.
comfy.
Here, so
Jared, that one's
Yes,
so
we all.
Aw.
This is the doggo episode.
Oh, I support the doggos.
Yeah.
but
Oh, there he is. He knew I was talking. Oh no, he just wants food.
If I'd known it was
I'm not
bringing
getting
a
him.
dog
I'm
to
not getting
stream
him.
day.
He's gonna bite me if I go for it.
Yeah,
Oh.
just to like quick continue touch on what Jared was saying. Like, I totally like understand like new players. Yeah, like have a plan for what you're doing. Me personally, I never like to do my math because my opponents like to ask me, "Are you winning on your turn?" And I get to honestly say, "I don't know."
I have no fucking clue, sir.
Wait, that's just
I'm not,
lazy
like-
Sisay math then.
I would just tell
Like-
them no and then win on their upkeep anyway. Like,
True.
what does it
That's
matter?
a different side of
Oh.
politics.
That
Yeah.
has happened. I'm not gonna
It's not
lie.
even different politics. Like the only thing they asked is, "Am I going to win on my turn?" I'll tell you confidently, I won't win on my turn. I won't even set up an unbeatable board state. You just didn't
Yeah.
know that when you passed the turn to me, it was already unbeatable. It's
You didn't
You know?
know. You were already
That's
dead.
funny, Twister. That's nasty. I love that.
just true, man. Like
Yeah.
that's how you should play traditional Sisay. If you don't have to win at sorcery speed, don't.
That's true.
Yeah, I suppose like there are more sorcery speed things in my list than I think like Talaria's list, just because like I'm on Tefu Slow and like the Tyvar lines. Because like Tefu Slow is the best extender. It
Yeah.
untaps my Rock, my Savala, and my Gaia's Cradle. Like, oh my
Oh,
god.
Sun Fairy. I was like, who the
He's
shit are you
talking
talking
about
about?
He's
Yeah.
talking about slow fairy.
I think the
yeah.
Elks
Tefu Slow's
Yeah.
the sunset.
Elks
He's Tefu Slow.
locals is the only one that I would be terrified of not winning at sorcery speed, because if you pass to the slot players, they're gonna sudden sub your Sisay and you lost.
Yeah.
That makes me sad. That makes me very sad.
as far as the slow fairy conversation, I'd like to lean on Samut as that. Yes, it's a little bit. It costs a little bit more, but it
Yeah.
resolves more and has flash.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the
But
haste
they're-
is not nothing, right? Like,
And
Oh,
like I use it as the extender because of not only the sorcerer speed extending, but it also untaps, and that's that white yes is a cost, but it's
Yeah.
also instant speed on both casting it and the untap.
Yeah. I mean,
Like I understand there are different bits of it, and there's different reasons to have it. I'm of the opinion that Samut is better, and
Sure.
but I'm not going to say that Slow Fairy is wrong. Like I think that's
yeah,
that's
yeah.
you know, we've said it a lot in the server, and this goes to anyone who ever wants to pick up Sisay. There's like a firm, like probably 80 cards when you go into any archetype that's like, this is what they are. And the other
Mhm.
20, realistically, it's pilot preference. It's just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what are you comfortable with? What is your game plan? What do you want to do? What do you want your trick shot to be? Do you want some silver bullets? Do you want a little more interaction? Do you want to play Sun Fairy, Sakashima, or Samut, or all three because you're a psycho? Who knows? But like, like who knows? But like,
35
there's
plus.
yeah, but like
I'm in agreement that there is a lot of.
well, I'm saying like, you know, your build, Jared, is like you're doing like sick Goblin Welder shit. But like if someone else was also doing sick Goblin Welder shit, you would still probably be off by like 10 cards as far as like just I don't know, maybe they're just trying out something a little different, but they're still keeping the core. We're gonna sack this Goblin Welder. We're gonna turn things in, and Oswald's here because Jesus Christ, Sewer Valence came. You know what I mean? Like you're still doing the same banana.
But
Yeah.
the package for the surveillance line is only like 5 cards, which is like
Exactly.
reach
Yep.
package. So the differences actually would be a lot greater because I also have a lot of other different concepts in here. Like Valley Flood Caller is not typical for
Yep,
our
that's in there.
like there's
Yeah, that's
I'm
usually
also-
like a soup build suggestion, if anything.
Mhm.
so
And I mean, like,
the
you look at the difference between like Talaria and my list. Like, we're both the same style of Sisay, but we're
Yep.
I think 17 cards apart. When I looked at our comparison-
Wow, shit.
Yeah, like
Well, that's what separates us from the Grixis type decks and shit.
yeah,
Where they sit there, they argue over like the last 2 cards of their deck. We're like,
Yep.
last 2? Did you mean the last 30? Because yeah, we're better. That's what makes us a better deck, honestly, because of the flexibility. No,
Well,
I'm dead serious.
It's true.
because we don't have a way to mathematically prove that this is the correct way, because the marginal difference between a package or card are very marginal. Like it's very minute. Like this card is better in this
Right.
case, but if you add this card, you have to add these other cards, which may or may not help other parts. So there's a lot of like muddying of the statistics that we tried to do to express it because of how it's a math equation with multiple variables.
Right.
I don't know if we want to get like mathy about it, we could look at like who's won the most tournaments or something.
Wow, drama. All right.
Wow.
That guy.
All right.
That guy right there, officer. Take him
Yeah.
away.
Because we are on a
If I get a
time
turn
crunch.
4 in every tournament, I'd also win a lot.
Yo, turn 2 is a privilege. Let me
It's-
tell you.
Let me tell
No,
you,
turn
dude.
2 is demanded. Turn 2 is demanded. Wait, well, let's do keep 7 with Jared's deck, and then I can do a quick run through of my deck before we.
Oh
tune
my
off.
God, we didn't even look at the host deck.
Don't,
What are we
hey,
doing,
that's why
boys?
we're at the end. That's why we're at the end. All right, Jared,
Oh.
would you like to keep this hand?
I think this
It's
hand
so
is a trap.
close. It's so
No, like,
close.
This hand is a
Yeah.
trap.
Yeah.
It's a lot of cool bells and whistles. This
Manavalt
one,
said I'm here to stay.
this one is probably a Wang Shi and Prey.
Let's
I-
draw 2 and see.
Hmm.
Oh,
Well, you get a
Stinky.
Bowmaster off of the
It
Wanshi,
works.
probably.
but like it's I need the Bowmaster and my Brick Trap to switch like that, then it would be better. But
Yeah.
against a
that would
storm, like it's a great piece of interaction. But as far as like what's going on, you're either casting Wang Shi on
It's
the
a
team, become, like,
6.
tutored.
Show
it's
us the
six.
6.
Down to 6.
The 6 is rough.
Yeah.
Like
feels
I'm
pretty
not
bad.
I'm not doing well on this where
5.
it unfortunately ain't working.
Oh,
Now,
Now
this-
we have a...
that's a slap in the dick.
Oh no!
Hold on. This
Oh,
is
God.
why we play a fetch instead of Neptune.
No,
That
I
card
love
sucks.
that. No.
That
What's
card
your question?
sucks. I did not raise my hand. What's going on?
Oh, okay.
I don't know what's going on.
Down to 4. I mean, you got a
I'm
vampire
sorry,
for
what
an
is that?
Esper.
Oh, that's a city of brass. I'm like, what in the shit is that?
Yep.
I mean, like, do we just have? I mean, there have to be better threes
This
than
one,
this.
this one is one of those ones where at 5, like I'm keeping and I'm vamping for fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
Like
Let's see what you
and
draw.
you keep the Mox Diamond so that you can try to catch up.
Show me a land.
Hold on.
Oh! Pitch the gemstone for the Mox Diamond.
Do you not prefer Esper over Fish?
It might be an Esper actually. Yeah, because you kind of need to more worry about your artifact count.
Mhm.
The
Pitching it to the Oswald of it all.
probably more pod dependent if it's more creature decks and I have to worry about Bowmasters. Like I
Sure,
Yeah.
of course.
Another thing about my deck is that a lot of the dorks and whatnot, unless they are best of breed, they're very resistant to Bowmasters. Like I play Deathrite and
Delighted.
what's it called? And Delighted so that they don't get picked on so easily by Bowmasters.
Mm-hmm.
And also that's why I like Grand because of the 2 toughness.
She's the goat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Twister
so-
hates Grand
That's
Grand.
funny.
That's true. That's true.
All right.
It's not even that I love that card that much. It's just that nobody else realized that it's the second best 1-drop.
Well,
When it
yeah, like
obviously is better than Skrelv and.
Is
whatever.
it better than K9? Yeah,
Yes,
because
it's
it's a
better
draw.
than
It's
K9.
right. It's draw.
Like,
100%.
Tameo is better than K9. It's like
Yeah,
I played
I-
Tameo at one point, so like that was the upgrade playing Grand because
The
I
only
would
time you want to play a K9 over other things is if you were playing a stacks build and need to protect your stacks pieces that are legends.
Sure. I think that's
Sure.
fair.
Where you
I had
aren't
it-
playing as many like on the stack interactions and you don't care about looting through your deck or finding more cards, you just need to stop people from taking game actions.
I had
So to speak on that as someone that's like done this build multiple different times, I actually think that K9 is the third of those options that I would play. I think I would play the
Skrelv?
Skrelv and the Tam. Sorry, K9's the fourth because I think I just want to play Pippin before any of the other options, and then
one-drops.
Skrelv,
Pippin's on
and
one-drop.
then talking about the protection of my
Well,
stacks
he's
pieces, right?
saying that Skrelv is better than the K9.
I think that Skrelv is better than the K9 as a 1-drop. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Um,
I mean, I don't play the stacks build, so I'm fine
K9
just
loses
spinning
the
anything.
value if you have to put K9 into combat as like, oh, I have to attack with all of these that aren't my dork for Derevi triggers. And like, sure, they all lose that, but K9 is just the worst because it's I don't like that you have to leave Canine untapped to have value. Because people get weird and sometimes they let you untap multiple things in those instances, and you go, "Oh, cool! I'm gonna also
will.
untap my Skrelv."
You guys heard it here first. Elk hates dogs.
Allergies, man. What do you want?
Oh no!
Yeah.
No, I think
All
that's a
right,
fair point.
guys. On to the last list. It is mine.
The best list.
It's the most fun list, I think.
It's
And
got a lot
there,
of words on it just to begin with. There's so much pop and sass here. I'm ready to dance with it just looking at it.
It comes with the
Love it.
hashtag and everything.
oh my gosh. So yeah, I was super lucky with this deck list. I've been playing around with this deck list for a few years now, finally going in the more turbo direction. I was able to top 16 at the Summer Classic, and then at the tournament that I was with Twister, I think I got 11th there. So I top 16 there, and I recently won a silver event too with this deck.
Fuck yeah.
And the reason why I like to play Companion is it's different than all the other Sisay variants, and I'm not gonna say this, but I'm gonna say it. I think Sisay as a deck, if you've played it for a long time, it's such an easy deck to win with. I mean, it's so easy to win, so how do
Yep.
you make it harder for yourself to like win
He wants to put
in a
on the
more
ankle
dramatic
weights.
way? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So with Giganta anyway, obviously there's the restrictions of like no MBT, no Force, no GA, no
Selvala.
Emil, no Selvala. It really lets the player brew for all of the outs that they actually want to do. My build's super weird. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Teferi is obviously because we want to have silence the board at someone's end step before it's our turn.
Sure.
Tyvar's the standard line. Tezzeret
Yeah.
is my flex slot for my haste enablers or my color filters. This deck is one single equation. It is Treasonous Ogre plus haste plus make a white, and that is the game.
Makes sense.
I play almost every creature tutor that makes sense in the deck, and then I play other like weird things like
Teardrop Kami.
Yeah,
My
we
man.
we have a torch
Yeah.
courier in here.
Sure.
Scalding Viper is a tutorable piece of removal. Every
What?
piece of yeah,
What?
so every piece of removal in my deck says a return or remove a non-land permanent. So doesn't matter what it is. I'm not like, oh, it's a creature. Oh, but I don't have a creature removal, or it's an artifact. I only have creature removal. This guarantees I hit any stacks piece because I want to win as soon as turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. And if you put down like a deafening silence, or if you put down an opposition agent turn 2, this guarantees me at least the hit. Let's see what else.
Okay, your surprise scenario. I've played against this list too many times. It is
Sure.
it is the scariest thing when he goes end step worldly, and we go, all right, here's the treasonous ogre. Who's got the interaction?
That's
Oh,
why
yeah.
of course it
keeping
willed it.
Misstep.
That's so nice. Here's that cauldron we talked
Yeah,
about.
Misstep versus this deck is very, very good.
No,
This-
honestly
this is
though,
part that-
yeah. So I play Imp-Recruiter Formidable.
Sure,
Imp-Recruiter also gets me my haste enabler or my untapper or my color filter.
Yeah.
I put the untappers in the color filter section because the equation is Treasonous Ogre get Giganta. If I have haste, awesome. The color filter would then be for the white. Otherwise, the untapper I untap with Giganta. So with the Wooburg,
Sure.
I make with tap Giganta, make Wooburg, cast Sisay with the Treasonous Ogre and the white floating. I have Sans white Wooburg floating. This lets me play any of my untappers for free, essentially.
That makes sense. Makes
Quick
sense.
reflexes. That's going to be your octopus form. That's going to be your shore up magic damper LQR. Obviously everyone already plays this one, but like this helps with the hex proof too. If you have to play Gigantha and it's turn 3 Sisay, turn 3 try to win. But
My
yeah,
man is playing all the shore ups. My
yes.
word. Good
Yeah,
lord.
yeah, you have to.
I'm not
you
here to
have-
roast. I'm not here to roast. I'm
Like,
so taken aback.
if you
It's
want to just
so-
like casually scroll back up to the last sorcery you have in your list as well.
Oh, false
Fist of-
dawn?
No, Fist of Suns. Channel
Oh,
the
Channel the
Channel the
Suns?
Suns.
Dude,
Yo!
Channel the Suns is so good in
That
this
is the
deck.
classic
Okay.
Sisay card.
It sounds so bad, but if I have a haste enabler in Channel the Suns and a Treasonous Ogre, I just win. It's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like I play a land, I play a Mana Vault, pass. I Channel the Suns, I play Treasonous Ogre. Sands, I'll have a white floating. I'll give Giganta haste. I cast the Sisay with the Channel the Sun. So you get there. Also a False Dawn. I think if you're
Yeah,
playing
can you
Soul Cauldron,
so I actually just realized something looking at your list
yeah.
that Mons or Datatog, I think it was Datatog, just did a like his usual like Twitter spice reveal and said some motherfuckers playing Sisay Giganta with False Dawn in his deck, and I was like, who in the apocalypse? Who are you?
Yeah, no.
It makes sense. It was you all along. It makes sense.
Of
It was you all along.
No, False Dawn is actually amazing. Especially with the rise of Shang-Chi, because if you False Dawn, so if you have Treasonous Ogre and Sisay on board, you cast False Dawn, you just Treasonous Ogre, you get Shang-Chi, tap Shang-Chi, 2 mana, you get Marvin tap, then you get Irith, then you make Infinite Wooburg, Shang-Chi, then you just win with that aspect. So you don't need Giganta with the False Dawn, but it also fits into the equation if you have the haste enabler plus the mana color filter, it acts as that too. So you automatically
No, that's pretty cool.
win that
I
way
wouldn't think
too.
to use that.
Yeah, it's a turn 1 Agatha Soul Cauldron.
Makes sense.
So
Makes sense.
let's scroll up back to the creatures. I understand it, but I under the Najila part of the 99 is some old school tech.
That's
right there.
that's
Old.
day one,
1000
baby.
old
That's day
school.
one.
I gotta pay respect. I gotta pay homage to the 2020 Giganta.
I don't know, man. Combat's bad. Combat's bad.
It's
Don't do
even
it.
before Giganta was printed. That was 2022 before Tyvar was printed. Like,
Yep.
that was how things were when I was learning the deck in 22. So that's a big shout out for anybody that isn't familiar with the history of how this has evolved. Like Najila is that way that people would solve it.
We still have people coming to the server that are like, is anyone still playing Najila Derevi? And we cap them behind the barn just for asking. But like, there was at least a time that we listen, honey.
It was a win
You don't
con
cap
for a long
anybody.
time.
Exactly,
was
but it used to be.
legit.
It genuinely used to be like the, oh shit, why wouldn't you play this? We already played Derevi.
Yeah. Well, just the overall concept of Najila being a bad card in this modern era, but like with my deck specifically, it's nice because if someone's holding up a Beseiju or something, a Beseiju will destroy your Marvin line, and then it's like, okay,
100%,
what do I
100%.
do? Like, if you're not on the Sakashima to copy your Irith, or if you did Tyvar Marvin first instead of Tyvar Irith first, then there's an opening there where you could get Beseiju, which really sucks.
You need another outlet, and I appreciate not only the respect to the old school, but also like you've built in this backup plan because people will get cheeky and will interrupt you when you're awkward in that middle of that. So like props on at least shoring up this weakness that's there.
Yeah.
But also you can just do Najila, Derevi, and
Samut.
go to town. Yeah. Well, not even Samut. Like if you can attack with those two, like you just go to town.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times you're just like, okay, well, I don't have to activate Sisay. I'll activate Najila. And then people's like, oh, wait, wait a minute. Wait,
whoa.
Yeah, no, that actually has happened a few times. And it sucks when, someone turns one a Drannith Magistrate and I have 3 creature tutors in my hand because I'm trying to guarantee I get Treasonous Ogre as fast as possible. But with that being the case, you just like, oh, there's a Drannith. I make infinite mana. Don't worry, guys. I play Sisay. I can't search. I can't do anything. And then it's like, oh, I play Najila, and then I'm just going to attack you all. And then it's, why are you playing that in 2026? because it's funny,
Mhm.
and I can't help it.
Because
Don't
Teehee
say
vibes,
it's
King, you
funny.
weren't ready for it.
Because
Exactly.
like the way cEDH now, you can't play things because it's funny. You have to play things because it works.
Exactly.
So like,
No,
don't
1000%.
put yourself down like that. Like you did the work, show it off.
Thank you so much. Well, if that's the case, then I'm gonna also show off this weird card, Sheenan
Uh-oh.
of Theory's Fire.
Okay, I saw this already, and
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Fuck it,
Yeah.
it makes sense. One
It
mana
is-
uncounterable
Yeah.
haste. I'm with it.
Uncounterable
Like,
haste.
Yeah, you're trying to get haste. You want to have how many is that total that you have in there? 12? 12 haste.
I think I have 12 haste enablers. Yeah,
Oh my god.
Yeah,
It's
no.
also
It's
tutorable
pretty
off
crazy.
of Imp Recruiter.
This one is not on the spell
Oh,
stack.
shit,
That's
it
the
is.
part that's good about it. It's channel.
Yep, it's channel,
Yeah,
so that's
channel.
nice. So you can technically stifle this, but if you're gonna
Yeah.
stifle, why wouldn't you stifle my
Or playing
Sisay?
Stifle,
Or stifle my
they-
Giganta?
Or
Who's
even
playing
like
Stifle in the year of our Lord 2026?
Mhm.
Trick Bind has become incredibly popular.
Rogish,
I haven't seen a trick bind in like 2 years. You serious?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there are people that play
The
it.
slot
I think-
boys.
I think
it's
Consigned to Memory is better, but I think neither should really deserves to play outside of like Rogish Eye.
yep.
Right.
Rog Ishai plays it because their worst matchup is Sisay, who gets to sit there and go, "You can draw as many fucking cards as you want. I'm gonna win the game."
I'll
with
make
them."
mana.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. All right. And then some other weird techs, I guess. Playing Scheming Symmetry. This is a good politicking piece. You can convince someone to get a silence. You can convince them to get a land. Whatever it is, you're getting a Treasus Ogre. You just hope that they're not going to Regavan you. Wild Ride is great because if they counter this, you can tap your Sisay and Treasus Ogre 3 life, and then you get Hasted Gigantha, so that's always fun.
Makes sense.
Lively Dirge. Lively Dirge is a 5-mana Treasus Ogre. So
Yeah.
you Dark Rit, Cabal Rit, it's perfect. It's great. It's hilarious. And then if you already have Treasus Ogre out and you already have things dead, a Lively Dirge for a Wild Canter, sure, why not? So that's always helpful.
So
Yeah.
would you say that your Treasus Ogre is basically your Adnons, like you're selling out to go get and resolve that thing?
1000%. If people are tutoring for an Adnaz Necropotence, I am tutoring for a Treasus Ogre. I am losing just as much life, if not more life.
Want to make sure people listening to this at least notice that play pattern, so like they know what to think about when they are playing. Like this is you're all in on Treasus Ogre.
I'm gonna
Yes.
start saying that when I have to play against Daniel now. Guys, he's finding basically admin.
Well,
No,
you just
honestly
take it.
though, because I don't play Bloom Tender, because I don't play any of the good mana dorks per se, playing this deck when Jiggy gets MBT'd turn 2, it's a really hard deck to play, but because I've played enough Sisay, you just go Cradle, Soul Cauldron, and then you hope that you have enough creatures on board. And on board, it's probably like a teardrop kami that no one's gonna like do anything about, or some other like weird things that make the extra mana. But also Calling Ritual. Calling Ritual is good against mirror matches. It's good against any turn 1, turn 2 setup because if I make 8 mana with Culling Ritual, that's a Gigantha.
That's
probably
Gigantha. Yeah, that
Gigantha
makes sense.
2. And
Hell
then
yeah.
I'll just like sit and chill. Everyone is debilitated for like a turn or 2, and then I just play Sisay to win.
I've
Summoner's Pact.
contemplated Cabal Retro several times. I like it. I just like a bunch of random ass mana so I can throw whatever out because I'm not as Wooburg tied as everyone else. And
Exactly.
just like you aren't. So yeah, no, I've thought about it. I've had it in and out a bunch of times, and if anyone ever asks me for it, I'm like, yeah, absolutely. If you think it's good for your medic, go for it.
Yeah, the most important permanents on your board are 3 CMC or 4 CMC. So
Yeah.
Except for
And if
Soul
you-
Cauldron.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just turning rocks and dorks into more mana, fuck it, you did it. Like you're
Yeah.
you're doing something right.
yeah.
Summoner's Pact I've been liking a lot. It gets Tinderwall, it gets Spirit Guide, it gets Wild Canter, and now it gets Shang-Chi. So
Shang-Chi!
Yep.
That's your haste. Like that make it worthwhile because you now have a haste target.
Actually,
Absolutely.
so my game at the Summer Classic, where it was my last game in Swiss, I was one win and 4 draws at that point. So I needed to like get that the last win. I won with Derevi into so it was Sisay Search, Soul Cauldron, Sisay Search, Gaia's Cradle, Sisay Search, Derevi, Sisay Search, Shang-Chi, because my Samut already got exiled because our Ral had a Regavan and like swung because we were at that point, so bad. And then Shang-Chi gets Shang-Chi mana. I have 1 left over from Gaia's Cradle and then 2 from Teresa's Ogre, so 6 life. And then you get the Marvin, then you get or I got Irith, untapped the Cradle, got the Marvin, got the Wooburg that way with Shang-Chi. Super crazy. But Summoner's Pact, all of my tutors in my deck should be able to get me a Haste Enabler, or a Color Filter, or Treason's Ogre. If it doesn't get Treason's Ogre, it will get me a Haste Enabler, or it will get me Mana Filter. The Enlightened Tutor is the exact same way. It'll get me
makes sense.
Enlightened Tutor can get me a Hidden Footblade, can get me a Lotus Petal, can get me Lion's Eye Diamond. It can get me Static Prison for a piece of removal. It could get me Super Speed, which is hilarious, or Sneak Attack.
Sir, where's your Remora and Heuristic?
Why do I need fish?
At least one of the two. At least one of the two.
At least Remora.
That's insane.
At least Remora.
Because
Like,
if my turn one
I get
plan
the-
is to get Teresa's Ogre, why do I need a fish? Because that means I need a blue, and I don't know. I mean,
Well,
maybe I'm
Playing,
just insane.
playing blue is a
but-
crutch.
If-
I get it.
if I
I get
may.
it.
No, blue is so
If I
bad.
may,
I mean, I think
this
the
is-
only blue spell I have for interaction is Pact of Negation, and I use Pact of Negation as a way to protect myself or offer draw.
Here,
Daniel,
scroll up to your instance. Let's see.
did I see 32 lands, by the way?
Oh, no. I have 25 lands.
Okay.
Instance, I have...
Jesus Christ, he's not kidding, boys. Chat Pact is his only counterspell.
So,
This is
It's insane.
I get that vision of this because you are not here to wait around and try to make some friends. You're doing the Twister idea of like we're not here to stay very long. So
Yeah,
I
we're
don't
here
care
to...
about-
we are not long for this world.
Yeah.
Well, there's
Like,
a little bit difference in this build and my build. He's a
Well,
little
he
bit more
plays good
all in on the
cards. Same.
like win turn 2.
few cards.
If someone gives me, if I have a hand that's like turn 1 Ristic, turn 2 Ristic, I'm keeping that almost all the time.
Well, yes,
Because
but you're
when I
also
draw a
trying
bunch
to
of cards
play-
that
both
are
of y'all
good for
trying to play with
Necro,
Nitro. So like
sure. If I can win turn 2, I will. But if someone gives me a
Yeah.
turn 2 Ristic, right? Like I open up a hand and it's that, I'm gonna keep it because my whole deck is set around winning at instant speed after dumping it at Necro. So I can do that at any point. And if my Necro is 2 and a blue instead of black, I'm also fine with that.
Yeah.
Well, that
So,
just
but,
means
like,
you all use Heuristic as a crutch then.
Wow.
Comment below.
Damn,
Do
Daniel.
you use Heuristic Study as a crutch, or is it actually a good card? Just kidding.
Ristic Study is blue. Nauseam.
Yes.
All right.
It genuinely is.
No, of
It
course
draws
it's an amazing
35.
card. It's one of the
It
best
draws
cards.
35 cards in the middle of the game, and you win because of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
So as someone
but
else
yeah.
that has played a lot of Gigantha, to touch on the no Ristic and Mystic Remora thing, a lot. So like normal Sisay tutor cards are really bad in hand.
Sure.
Gigantha tutor cards are dead in hand.
It's worse. It's devastating.
It's the biggest difference. It's like
Yeah.
factually we lose the game if some of these cards go to our hand.
It's because of the mana ability of Gigantha, right? Because they
Yeah.
can't be cast.
Yeah.
from
Yes.
that.
Yes,
Mhm.
correct.
That's fair. That's very
I guess
fair.
Holy Day fixes that though.
Holy day.
False dawn or whatever.
Oh,
Well,
False
uh,
dawn.
I was like, Holy Day, you're playing Fog? Did I
Dude,
miss
wait,
something?
Holy Day. That's what we need to be doing. Someone's gonna Holy Day in response to the Najila.
Exactly.
Don't play dark.
Mark it down on this this interview. Holy Day will ruin this day.
Yeah.
Holy day.
Holy Day. What's the card called? It's some random invasion card. False dawn.
Holy day. That's an old card.
No. I'm talking about your card that you showed
False
earlier.
dawn.
Oh, false dawn.
It was
False dawn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this false dawn fixes the pips on Gigantha and removes the.
It does, but it doesn't get rid of the restriction. So
Okay.
I still make 5 white, but I'm still restricted. So
but
the
every permanent has only white pips, But so if you have a colorless pip, it still can't pay for those?
That is
Correct.
correct. So colorless does not
Okay.
make anything. So if I play False Dawn, all of my pips are white for the turn, but all my colorless stay colorless. Yeah. So Treason's
just
Ogre
weird.
is basically like becomes any color in that regard.
I
But
see.
yeah. Let's see what else is kind of weird. Yeah, I've been playing Burning Sun's Fury, fun card. It's Convoke, haste, tap Treason's Ogre, tap Sisay, give Giganta haste.
It makes sense for any haste enabler
Yeah.
for you to just be on. That's just
Yep.
no convincing here. That just makes
Yeah,
sense.
no notes here.
Yeah, no deflecting.
All the rituals that make sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Through the breach haste enabler.
Sure.
Yeah, I think everything kind of makes sense once you
Yeah,
like.
you're pretty on board. A little crazy for no more Remora, but we already talked
Yeah.
about that.
So
You did.
the one value piece that I do that I've been like on and off on is maybe a Smothering Tithe, because if I don't get turn 1 Teresa's Ogre or turn 2 Teresa's Ogre and I have Enlightened Tutor in hand and I already have a Mana Vault, then I would love to get like a turn 1 turn 2 Smothering Tithe, because that just basically does the same thing as Teresa's Ogre. It just lets me play maybe 1 to 2 turns slower, which is I guess kind of bad, but like with my deck, I want to see a turn 2 wins all the time. Like a turn 4 in hand is so slow. A turn 3 hand, I keep depending on the pod, and if I know no one knows me in that pod. If I'm in Minnesota, it's like, oh no, can I like deal with that? And everyone's like, that's Turbo Sisay. Stop that at all costs, no matter what. But yeah,
Let's see a
I'll do
hand,
quick
big man.
7.
Let's
do
let's
it.
roast a hand.
Oh gosh, sorry,
We have
my
to scroll through
sideboard is
all
like
300
300 and
sideboard cards.
yeah, it's because
This is
I've
just like your
tested
old
a lot of different things. See, like I even took out silence, because who needs silence to win when you have Teferi?
You don't need silence if it's turn 2.
True. Heard that.
But then silence, you have to use the white, and then I need the white to cast Sisay. So
Yeah, then you need another white. How are you gonna? We don't need that card. It's bad.
no. Let's see. Also, hilarious win con too.
I love that you have cards in your sideboard that you can't play in your main deck.
That was because I used to be a
Spiral.
regular Sisay deck with Dockside in it a long time ago. Oh, also, fun cards that I want to put in maybe. Make a treasure for 2 red or 6 life, basically, with Teresa's Ogre. All right. Keep 7.
Yeah, that's not
That
bad.
is no. That is a no.
Yeah, that's
No,
not-
this is
I don't know.
This
I
is
think-
awful.
I think there's something there. Tyvar just wants to be here, guys.
That
This
is a
doesn't
no.
cast
That is a
spells.
no.
Hard pass.
Damn,
though.
okay. Down to
So down to
6.
6.
Yeah.
Loading.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, those-
Yeah, dude, I see the things we need to see.
yeah.
But that's like turn 4, 5.
This is a turn 4 push, right?
Or
Oh, that feels bad. That feels really bad then. All
We're
right.
on what, 5 here or 6
We're on
here?
5. Oh, no, I keep this. Oh, yeah. So Crystal
dude.
Vein, so good. Crystal Vein,
Yeah.
Ancient
Little
Tomb,
baby ancient tomb.
Raiders,
Yeah.
so good. So this is yeah, no, this is good. This is turn 1 starting town, Vamp Tutor end step. Turn 2 Crystal Vein, play Demonic Tutor, get a haste enabler. And then turn 3 Plateau. You get Teresa's Ogre, haste enabler. Arcane Signet is my mana filter for the white. So
Daniel, this is a
turn.
multi-
So this is a turn 3 push.
We're,
I will
we're
get
on,
rid of.
We're on 5.
Yeah, we're on a
Yep,
multi 5.
so I would get rid of Imp Seal and I would get rid of Plateau.
Realistically, yeah. Let's see a
Yeah.
draw. Let's see a draw.
How much mana can you even make from your Treasonous Ogre? Because you're losing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 life.
Yep. So Treason's Ogre for Giganta is 24 life. 6 more life is Sisay, so that's 30. 6 more life for
You
no,
don't
so
have
that's
6 more.
another 6 life. Wait.
Yeah, so
No.
if you pay 30 life to get to Sisay,
You
you
get to
have
make 11.
4 life left.
Yeah.
You have
Yep.
Or like-
So then 3
you
more
have only
for
1 more.
haste.
Okay,
3
so
more
it's
more
for
for
haste.
haste.
exactly enough to have one life left.
Yes.
so you're saying
Nice.
there's a chance.
But then I
Wait,
also
well,
have
I
a
don't
Vamp
sound
Tutor,
like a
so I
fetch
lose
land.
it to
Hold
life.
on. I think it's actually bad, right? Because It's just 6 life to cast the Vampiric and the Imp Seal. If you need to tap the starting town for a color of mana, then you die.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's
I
true.
thought we were pitching the MCL.
Nope. So
Pitching
we're
the
gonna
MCL on
Vamp
the
Tutor
front.
with Starting Town. So Starting
still the same
Town,
thing.
It's
Vamp
3 life,
Tutor
so we're at
is gonna be
37.
Trace's Ogre. Turn 2, I'm down to, let's say, so I'm down to 38 life, 37 life.
What-
So I lost 3 right there. I'm gonna lose another 1 life, so I'm down to 4 life. So a Demonic Tutor there. And then
Okay, so we're putting Imp Seal and Plateau at the bottom.
actually, maybe I pitch the Demonic Tutor and I keep the Imp Seal because then I can Imp Seal off the Arcane Signet. So then that way I don't have to pay 6 life. I just have to pay the 3.
Well, this
Draw a
is
card.
Oh, sure.
Draw a
Because
card.
starting town doesn't make you lose an extra one. Sure.
Here, draw a card. That's a hit. That is
Yeah.
good. That is my Sisay. That means I get
saves you
Sisay.
some
So,
save you some life.
so that gives me it. So that should be Teresa's Ogre, Haste Enabler, done. And then 6 life. Because this is a 3 with Gigantha.
Yeah, you're like 4 or something when you go off.
This is such a beautiful deck. Just like
Oh!
it does one thing.
It's like
Yes.
a Rain Man of
Business
Sisay.
Ogre.
This is
Um,
what
Yes,
This
it
is
does
what
one thing, and
Atali
then
wishes
whenever
it
you stop
was.
me, I always complain and say, now I have to play regular Sisay? That's crazy.
No, you used to be a lot worse. You used to be the person that was like, "How do I win?" It's like, shut up, Daniel.
All right. Well, I want to say thank you so much to everybody.
Damn
This has
straight,
been
gentlemen.
a
It's been a
great
pleasure. Yeah,
first
for sure.
episode.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you all want to give out, do a shout out for yourself, tell your socials, let everyone follow you guys. Let's start with Twister.
Well, hold on just a second. We
Oh,
want
yes,
to
yes.
have one more thing.
Yes.
I mentioned about the Jeggy Stacks deck. You can add this around to add to it, but the Jeggy Stacks deck,
Yes.
you would see some like I don't remember the guy's name, but he plays Jeggy as like the inevitability, tries to lock down the game, and then uses Jeggy to progress towards the win. And it will play things that are similar in your deck, like Sneak Attack, so that it
Mhm.
can make a hasty one, but it doesn't have as many hasty things. But it will willingly play opposition agents or Archon of Emeria to
Funny.
or High Noon to stop everything, and we'll do and we'll just interact. But it will also it is just trying to slow the game down very hard from a stacks perspective, from like rule of law. It doesn't play rule of law, but it does play like Deafening Silence and Archon of Emeria, and just it is a beautiful deck. There, I would love to remember the gentleman's name, but because that deck is also out there, and his idea is that he doesn't have to have like he doesn't have to go find the dork because the dork's in the companion zone, but like opposition agent from a Sisay deck to go and co-op other people's decks, whether it's Sisay or anything else. Like the vision is there for something else, and that's a little bit of bonus content for this episode because we have our honorary 7th person here. But I want to make sure that deck was shouted out a little bit. So
yes, companion stacks. Companion stacks is real.
Yes,
it's
it
not
is real.
The list that Jared's talking about, but I have included a stacks deck if you wanted to pull it up. I love stacks.
I hate stacks.
Yes.
No.
Let me grab something real quickly. My one of my cameras are dead, so we won't get the wide shot. But let me do this real quickly. I gotta charge my laptop.
Yo, if he's taking a pause, I'm taking that tinkle.
I can't even get up because I'm not wearing pants.
You can turn the camera off, Bill.
You're just gonna show off anyway.
No, that's the Bill classic, don't you know?
Yeah.
The Bill
No
classic.
pants.
Yeah. He's always talking about it in the Discord.
Bragging.
By the
about
way,
it.
I'm typing in this while we're not wearing pants.
Do we want to talk about the stacks version then? If you want, you can send the list over.
It's in the
It's
Discord
It's
already.
in the Discord.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's sent it in the group chat.
Awesome.
And don't worry, guys. I think I'm like one of, if we're including Matthew in there, like I think I'm one of 2 Sisay pilots going to the Envy. I'll take it down for us. No worries.
Thank you.
Yep.
Who's all going to the Envy then, besides you, Matt?
I think
don't
it's
think-
just me.
I don't think anyone else on this call is going.
dang.
I would have loved to go on, but events are so far from me. It's so hard to travel.
Oh,
Yeah.
same. I'm trying to get Daniel to sponsor me to go to the NB.
I will see what we can do. I
Matt,
All
need
these
to
tournaments are on the East Coast, and it's annoying as hell when you live in Phoenix. Like, oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey,
let
hey,
me get to Philly or New York real fast.
don't you know it's only like what is it, 12-hour drive to come here, Bill?
No, it's more than
Are
that,
you-
bro.
Are you from Minnesota? The don't you know?
I'm from Denver.
Yeah,
Um,
I was gonna say it takes me about 12 hours to get to Denver.
We
Yeah.
did.
Dude, I can't believe the Invitational's in California. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know.
Usually
I
it's somewhere a
went
little more
to-
like a little more central.
I went to
Put it in
7
Minnesota. That'd be
events
so hot.
in
Regular
2026
Campbell?
and
Yes.
9 events in all of this season. No shot I could qualify for the ND off
I've
just
been
that.
to- Since the start of January, I've been to 32 Magic the Gathering events.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there.
How many-
That's the difference?
How many kids do you have?
Zero.
Like in his early 20s, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I think
My-
Sad Boy's gonna be at the Invitational. I'm pretty sure he's rocking Sisay.
Who is?
Yeah,
Sad Boy?
Sweeney's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sweeney. Yes.
So that's 3 of
Yeah,
them.
Sweeney.
wait, is he
He
playing
will-
Sisay now? I guess.
He goes back and
He's
forth a
fucking-
lot. He switches a lot.
I
I'm
think
pretty
he's
sure.
been hard
It's
set
part of
on it
his-
since
But it's part of his
Shang-Chi.
rotation.
Yeah.
Is he a player or is he a pilot? You know what I mean?
He's on Monolith.
He's pretty dang
He's,
good.
da-
as
he's
Sisay,
absolutely a
man.
player.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
All right.
pretty goated.
Makes sense. My PA is flagging me down because I need to get out of here. However, I am willing. Wait, are you guys down to chat about the stacks list for 5 minutes, or should we do another
No,
part
please.
2 sometime?
I think Jared.
Part 2. We
I
can do a
think-
part 2.
I think
You
Jared
can do-
did it
just
justice
do,
in
like-
the explanation. To be honest,
My
Absolutely.
stacks list is different.
sure.
I
It's still that Gigantha is the inevitability of this deck. The difference is that I think I am better at breaking my rule of law effects than the rest of the table.
If I don't see
Let's see.
Winter Orb, I'm not impressed.
Bill's got it. Bill's
no,
fucking got
no
it.
Winter Orb, but there sure is an arcane laboratory.
Okay.
Trinisphere? No
Yeah,
Trinisphere?
is
Yeah.
there
No
Trinity?
ball.
Ball.
Damping
Damn
Sphere is
sphere.
good.
Damn
Okay.
sphere. Hell yeah.
There are things that definitely need to come out of this list that
Do you like
Oh,
Oath of
haven't been
Nissa?
changed recently. I
I think it's good.
I have a love-hate relationship with this card. I think it's
Wow.
much better when I'm trying to play this super slow game and I'm not on as many tutors.
Oh my god. Do you remember Frostcliff? The just miles of text that were wasted on arguing that fucking card.
That's every card in
And
this
so-
Discord.
What if I
Correct.
told you that
Frost-
most of those miles of text in favor of it
Were you? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh my god.
that was fucking wild. That's there's some cards in Sisay that like we all kind of like, yeah, sure, or okay, or pilot preference. But there's just certain cards that will run on for just weeks and weeks of discussion. I'm like,
Mhm.
yeah, no one can make a decision. It eventually finds its way out 2 months later, but those
Okay.
month of my
I-
life, I never.
It was kind of like Pink T'Challa, where everyone was like, "Is
Yeah.
this good? Is this
Yeah.
bad? Do
The-
we
the
play
an-
it?
the answer
Is it
was
cost too
crap.
much? Is it
Yeah.
too slow? Is it
Yeah.
pod dependent? Too
Don't
many
get me
questions.
wrong.
That makes
I
it a
feel
bad
like
card.
Takala was a Vice card, and because Vice liked it, everyone was like, maybe.
Don't get me
Oh,
wrong.
that's
I love,
okay. We should have
I
a
love
Vice
me
on
angry.
for a part 2.
I love my flowering of the white tree, but I have to play a good deck.
Flowering wasn't as bad as some of the
Sushi,
other.
I'm proud of you for growing up and cutting flowering.
Oh yeah, no,
that took a
you
lot of
told me
IRS.
in-
Yeah, we all
you
go
told
through
me
that.
in person. This card is bad, and I went,
Yeah.
but I really like it.
But it's so
Yeah.
pretty.
I,
I played it opening weekend and made a top 4 with it, and then I cut it like 2 weeks later.
Matt, when I met Matt for the first time, I had a whole like propaganda session with him where I told
Oh,
him about
yeah.
all of the good cards, and then finally he put some of them in and took out his flowering the white tree.
I wasn't allowing the first time I met you.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm just
I
making
was
a
still
joke
on
at this
Grand
point.
Vala, but
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My
You weren't on
favorite-
Grand though, and we got that fixed.
correct.
My-
I did get to hear the 30-minute talk of why I need to be playing Grand. And
I
now
think
I'm
all
playing
of us have
Grand.
heard it, right?
Yeah, Cran Grand's a
Video's
terrible
not
card. Can't help but
Heard
agree.
that.
No.
I think another interesting point that Matt brought up earlier is you said you were what 17 cards different from
Teleria, yeah.
Trent. Just for shits and giggles, I checked my list. That's like just a Sans Oath list. I am 26 cards different from Trent.
So you just get to be whatever you want to be, and it is incredibly useful that like every deck is a little different because you get to
Yes.
sit down and no one knows what exactly you're doing.
And that's why we love Sisay. Honestly, though, it's so good.
It hurts us
Sisay
sometimes.
Gigantic.
It is
the
truly the
perfect
most
cEDH
inclusive
card.
deck.
Like it is
You're just
honestly the
you're building
Golos.
a stock car, like
Yes.
or a race car,
Yes.
and you have little parts that you plug in where you think it makes it go faster. And some people have disagreements on it. Some people have it where they want to go faster early, but then doesn't have the stamina to stay. Some people want to have that lasting top speed.
Please
This
tell
is
my
the
wife
Golos
to
of our
have that
time.
lasting top speed. I beg of you.
Yikes.
Please.
This is a family friendly. This is a family friendly stream here, so I would rather.
I
We-
think
we
we left
said
family
go
friendly a
off for it to
while
be
ago.
family
Yeah.
friendly.
All right. I think we're getting away from the topic at hand.
All right.
correct.
Okay. So
Correct.
I think we
Alex
made the
is
point.
back.
We made the.
Yeah.
I blame sexist.
Stacks are bad.
Hell
You got
yeah.
that.
I think we can close it off here.
Yeah, drop handles
All
and
right.
such.
Sounds good. I'm gonna do a quick closer to the camera, and then we can do a quick closer off. All right, guys.
Cool.
For sure.
Cool. Sounds good. I don't know what to say. This is so weird. Usually I should have the script. Normally there's a teleprompter, and I'm like, there's no teleprompter here, so
Like-
I don't know what to do.
Thanks
Be
for
the-
tuning in
be the
to
teleprompter.
show name.
Oh my gosh. Okay, how do we want to say it? All right. Well, that was a great conversation, guys.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much
Absolutely.
for tuning in to the Pilot Seed, our very first episode. Super excited to be having these shows and really excited to be having new conversations with new pilots. Super grateful for all of the Sisay pilots that we have today. I'll have everyone reintroduce themselves one last time, and so you guys can follow them, all right? Let's start off with Talaria East.
It's me, Talari East, Mr. Talari East Inc. If you'd like. If you ever need magic cards, that's what we do best over here. We sell good. If you're looking to catch up on Sisay, make sure you stop by the server and take a look at all the lists we got. Appreciate you stopping by today.
Jared?
Yeah, this is Jared Ader, Black Veltal on the server. Feel free to drop by my thread. I'll gladly explain all the different things I've cooked up over this past year plus. So have a blast with that.
Right. Matt M.
What's up? It's Matt. Failed sushi in the Discord. I don't have a thread like Jared does, but feel free to reach out to me in DMs. I have probably 20 people that have. So
Awesome. Twister?
You can find me at Twister TCG on Discord, in the Sisay Cord, the Clam Chowder Discord, wherever you'd like. I will most likely just tell you to play good cards instead of bad ones. And if you need any help to realize why you should do that, I have primers for both versions of Sisay that I've played in the past with Oathless, Traditional, and Clam Chowder. One is a little bit more fun than the other. I'll let you figure that one out. And then, yeah, if you have any questions, just reach out.
Awesome. Bill?
Bill Waxman, Sisay pod guy. I keep a deck on the DDB, so that's always updated for your tournament needs. Feel free to swap out whatever it is you want to swap out. Otherwise, Discord, I'm Captain Bill 47 in pretty much every social you can think of. So yeah, hit me up anytime. Happy to, chat Magic, chat chess, whatever. Good times.
Awesome. And Gold Ninja?
Hey, it's Josh. I'm Elk Redeemer in the Sisay Discord. I brew a lot of Sisay, and it's always a wild time. You can ask me about almost any given card, and I can tell you a list that I've brewed with it.
Awesome.
yeah.
Love that. And I am the Family Jewelz. If you'd like this content, leave a comment and please subscribe. Hope to see you guys later, right? Bye, guys. Bye.
Every night.
Today, on today's episode, gosh,
Start with a blue steel.
we gotta redo that. Welcome to the pilot seat, a Family Jewelz talk show where we speak with your favorite pilots on your favorite decks. Today's episode will be about Sisay. Check us out.